It's 111. Hello, we're live.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor, episode 111. Uh, it's been a little while since we played, so why don't we get a nice thorough recap from our resident bard, Sedimera.
Yeah, so last time it was Box Breaker round 2, and we went up against Clary's team. And, wait,
Eviscerated them?
we eviscerated, but it was really difficult. But first, before that, I forgot the most important part. Clary attacked Seti with Light Splitter, and Orin and Mitnir ran to her defense, and then Seti turned into a beautiful vampire lady and was like, "Oh no, you got me. That sucks."
Hey babe, your
Well,
fan?
you can hear my fan.
Super much.
God damn it! Last
I
time
was trying to
I
figure
All
out
we
what
can
the
hear, we
noise
can
was.
only hear fans.
last time I used it, you guys said you couldn't hear it. So
Yeah, but this
it's
time it was just.
so hot in here. All right,
Could you do it from slightly further away? Maybe that's why it was. It's too
maybe.
close.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, it's okay. I turned it on.
Anyway.
Sorry about that. Beautiful vampire lady said, "Oh shit, I've been caught, and here's your real Seti back, I guess. Bye," and ran off. And Clary
You're
was
welcome, by the way.
took y'all long enough.
To think to cast some dispel magic on her.
So, the reunion with Real Seti got interrupted because we had just won Wisp Wallop, or at least the fake one had, and we had to be presented with our prize. Clary asked Seti to stick around while everyone dispersed and apologized, explaining that the imposter had kissed him as Seti, and he'd known she hadn't forgiven him, and it had felt wrong, but he'd kissed back, and he was fine being friends, and it didn't mean anything, and he respected her, and all that nonsense, and she cut him off, saying that there was never anything to forgive. And then, of course, he got real awkward and left, as he always does.
Well, that was patently untrue. Anyways, go ahead.
Mitnir spent some time with the stone that Peto Talrain had given him, but couldn't learn anything, except that it made him feel kind of strange. Grim sought out the drugs that Feywald's teaching had used at the masquerade, and had another trip to visit the Star Mother, aka
Sure.
the Green Lady. He asked who she was trapped by, but she struggled to form a response. He asked if she knew if Enveruna was working for or against Northot, and she said she could only see small pieces, but the connection between them was sort of tangential, like if things are a tree, the ends of the roots touch, whereas most of the roots entangle. So it kind of sounded like maybe they're not that related. She didn't know the Dreamweaver, but when Grim mentioned the blind idiot god, she said, "No, Trinebra." And Grim asked for an explanation, and she
Got
screamed.
very mad. She yelled at Grim. It hurt a lot.
No, yeah, okay, sorry.
She screamed, and the scream was so forceful it spat you back out of your vision. And then Boxbreaker happened, and we kicked Cleary's ass.
All right.
Yeah. We got the book.
So as you all holding this book that you claimed from the University of Phoenix, your squashed opponents, and hold it aloft and everybody's cheering, you finally return back to your prep room, where the rest of you are there to greet them if you wish to be. It is entirely up to you, Orin, Bropsy, if you guys will want to be there to greet Celeste and Mitnir and Seti as they come out. Grim, if you want to be there. I don't know what you guys are up to necessarily at this time.
I'm just hanging out to the auction, I think.
So if you guys want to, are you just watching from the stands or something?
We were, but we'll go meet them when they come back out.
Yeah, so as you guys come out, there's lots of people greeting you and saying congratulations and everything. And you've got this book. It's got this intricate, delicate scroll work around the edges and down the spine. And it's very thick and very big. Bigger than the books that you would normally see. Someone carrying around, if you see a wizard carrying a spell book, it's usually about this size, but this is more like a tome.
So we got a big book. All right. Is the prep room just for our team?
Oh, yeah, this is a prep room for your team. Yeah. It's on opposite sides, so.
Okay. So, yeah,
All right, so you get the congratulations to everybody, but you can also see that Orin, Propsy, Grim are all there arriving after you walk off. You guys have just witnessed Cleary do some really crazy stuff. There were 2 of them. Lots of crazy stuff was ensuing.
yeah. Did anybody know that Cleary could double himself? Cause holy shit, that I got really scared when I saw that there were 2 of him.
I mean, had you used? I hadn't seen him use any of those spells before.
Yeah, I guess it's been a while since we fought beside him. So things have changed, or he was holding back the whole time. You know. Is everybody okay? That was pretty intense out there. I mean, I've had a hell of a day anyway, aside from that, so I'm a bit overwhelmed, but I'm glad we won. It means we'll be facing Varuna, though.
That was the plan, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's just... I'm worried about him and what they'll try. So... I feel unprepared all of a sudden.
You guys, Seti, you get a beeping on your... Oh my god, seal. It's like, what the hell is that thing called? You get a beeping on your seal. And you see that Cleary is calling you.
I answer.
You see, like, you can hear noise in the background, and he's like, "Hello, Seti. Everyone who's there. Just to let you know, we should be meeting up in our... well, I'm not really sure which abode you would like to meet up as. I need 20 minutes to get my team settled. They're distraught. They thought they were going to win this thing. They've been training very hard. So I need a moment with them. And then we should meet up before the activities tonight. Well done. Congratulations.
Sorry.
Yes.
No, the stronger team won. And I'm just out of worry that I tried so hard.
I hated every minute of that.
Don't worry, we don't have a lot of time to really speak about this, nor the privacy necessary.
Well, congratulate your team for us. They
absolutely.
Did very well.
They were very impressed by you as well. But about half hour, meet at our location, and we can make preparations for tonight.
Okay.
My room is fine, or?
Sure.
Good.
Okay.
We'll meet there.
See you.
Boop, boop.
Okay.
Why did they make that boop boop sound? That was weird.
Oh no, is he a robot?
Oh no, another fake Cleary. Not again.
Let's kill him when we see him.
We don't have a light splitter.
Trolls.
All right. Well, we did it, and I guess whatever everybody wants to do, we'll meet up in half an hour at Cleary's room, so we don't have a lot of time. But Celeste, I hate to keep ditching you.
Oh, no, I understand completely. Well, congratulations, you two. I will see you tomorrow. Is there any preparations we'd like to do in the meantime, or just enjoy the auction, or perhaps you'd like to meet there, or is it something that your group's got going on that you'll be busy?
Oh no, we'll definitely be at the auction. So we'll.
Oh, good.
See you
There are
there.
a few items I myself would like to bid on. Perhaps we can pool our money together if there's anything that we want collectively as a team.
There will be cats.
Not particularly interested in cats, but I'm sure the
if
Browsie's
everyone's
talking,
sorry, if everyone's gonna
herself.
we shouldn't ditch Celeste. I don't think at this point. I'm gonna hang out with you if that's okay.
You don't want to go
Oh.
to the meeting? Or, I mean, honestly, at this point, Celeste,
Anyone in our orbit currently is in danger of being kidnapped and doppelganged, so
Oh my
I
goodness.
would
Well,
like
I don't want
to,
to be kidnapped and doppelganged.
Or potentially
Um,
already spying on us and not trustworthy to begin with. We don't know. You know, there's a chance.
Like, are we sure this is still even really SETI, not other SETI? Or like an other SETI?
like another duplicate.
Barry was pretty satisfied. And apparently he's the only one that noticed I was gone in the first place.
What if that's a fake Cleary covering for a fake SETI?
It's not. It's real Cleary.
Oh my god, what if she's still fake? Oh, that's fun.
I'm not.
So if you guys can go to the meeting and just fill me in later if I need to know anything, really.
Okay.
Well, you all know I could be a fake Celeste. You would have no way to tell because you barely know me.
Well, I think that's what Oren is getting at. That
You don't have to be fake. You could just be evil.
Oh.
Not if she's
Well,
at the
wouldn't that
High
be the
Realm
pot
Academy.
calling the kettle black?
You what? Because they're high realm, you think that means they can't be evil? Because if there couldn't be anybody possibly evil there, that's stupid.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. Have you
You realize
been
that
there?
you're like part monstrosity and you're in there, right? You could turn into like a evil whatever at any moment.
Mm,
It kind of disproves like your whole point.
Well,
He
alright,
could turn
It
into an
doesn't,
evil
though.
whatever. Ooh, does that explain the mysterious horns? We have a betting pool about what that's all about up in Hiram Academy. I know you all don't talk.
Wait, am I allowed to bet on that pool?
hang on.
Oh,
Stop.
absolutely. Well,
Everybody
if you have
stop
insider
talking.
information.
Stop talking. Because you're saying things in front of somebody that you are arguing about whether or not we should trust. So if you don't trust her, then don't say anything in front of her.
Is this one of those if I tell you I'd have to kill you sort of things? Because if that's the case, shut your fucking mouth. Pardon my celestial.
Celeste, I trust you for what it's worth. I quite like you. I think you're hot as fuck. But
Maybe sexual attraction is not the best
it's not sexual. That's
basis
just
for trust.
I'm
It's
just
not
saying.
the worst either.
Here's a thought. SETI, use your glasses if you see the same thing you saw before. That it can't be fake.
Glasses?
Alright, I put my glasses on.
Okay, you see this blindingly light individual.
Oh, god damn it, I forgot! Fuck! Yes, she singed my eyeballs again. Also, by the way,
Oh, I'm sorry, what do I look like through those? I'm actually very curious.
you are literally a blinding ball of light.
Hmm. Am I shapely?
Just like the kitten.
Yes. Always.
She just like nods her head to the kitten thing.
Look, so point being, I trust you. And that's why I'm going to ask you not to repeat anything you just heard about Orin turning into a monster. We've
Still want to hang out?
Sure.
I'll escort you around the ground or whatever.
I mean, at this point, I feel like I'm one of whatever stupid little group you're all in. So maybe I should just stick with all of you. If not, again, if I tell you I have to kill you sort of thing.
No,
yes,
we wouldn't have to kill you.
I suppose I could suffer a play date with little Orin here.
No, Cleary might have to kill you. He probably would be the one to do that.
I think it's more of a the more you know, the more you're in danger sort of deal. So if you don't want to know more, we can just go wander around.
If you want to
Curiosity
know more,
kills
you can
the-
come to our meeting. But
Ooh. She's gonna make a wisdom saving throw.
to resist him.
What's her bonus
what did-
to wisdom
did-
saving throws?
What
It's
did
gotta
Sim
be.
say? 'Cause
Oh,
my sister
let
on
me
top.
open.
I invited her
her-
to the meeting if she wants to know.
She rolled a 5.
Her bonus
So-
is +4.
Okay. God, I can't help myself. I must be there.
But you're sworn to secrecy about anything you hear.
Sworn to see cross my heart and hope to ascend.
All right.
That is a very foolish idea, but if you all are okay with it, then I guess Grim is outvoted.
I think at this point she's heard enough and she's in danger anyway. So And honestly, with all those crazy sick spells, we could use as many allies as we can get.
Mm-hmm.
Says the man who wants to meet with Aldas during the auction.
I will do that. Would be more suspicious to not meet with him at this point.
I'm not sure. I mean, if your friend comes back from being kidnapped by him and then tells you not to meet with him, I don't know what he would be expecting, honestly.
I didn't tell him I would be friends with him. I just told him I would meet with him. They know Grim is weird.
Well, I
It's going
hope
to continue to be weird. That's
Please.
not going to change.
Please just stay on your guard, because they're very dangerous and they're not nice people. And I'm
Well,
worried that
yeah.
they have tricks up their sleeves.
Well, I know I'm not really part of your group, but you sort of accepted me, so in favor of Grimm's opinion of this whole secrecy thing, maybe we shouldn't be having this conversation in the middle of a place that is not secure. Wasn't the plan to go somewhere more private?
Right. All right. Let's go to Cleary's.
All right, so as you all make your way to Cleary's room, getting there before he does, she notes, she walks around the space and, begins noting, yeah, it's actually very good taste. Oh, I have this very same thing in my room. He begins getting around the room, and after a little bit of time passes, Cleary comes in, takes a look, sees Celeste, and says, looks around the room.
I hope you don't mind that Celeste has joined us. She has already heard enough, I think.
Personally, I would like this time to vet you, Celeste, before allowing such a thing to happen. Oh, no, I understand completely. But I think you'll find that my record is radiant. He goes, very funny. I will be looking into you, but in the interim, I don't believe we're going to be discussing anything here that is beyond the level an initiate could hear. And that is to say that tonight we have the auction. As such, I don't believe there's going to be any unnecessary movements, but just in case, keep your eyes out, as per the usual, and investigate cautiously. Graham, I hear you're going to meet the enemy, and as much as I advise against it, do whatever you think is right.
That's what Grim does.
Well, meanwhile, I wish you all the best, and most importantly, I realize that you've all been very stressed, and a lot has been asked of you lately, so I advise you to have fun tonight. And in the interest of that, he takes out a bag and places it on the table. This is yours to spend how you will. For your group, you can spend it without conscience, but know that a night like this will not come again anytime soon.
You're giving us a bunch of money and telling us to spend it at the auction.
I want you all to have a good time. And if there's something you like, there should be enough funds here, perhaps, and between what you have available, yourselves to maybe get a few things. Hopefully you will spend them on things that make you useful, but otherwise, make yourselves happy. And then he goes to his, where's his sheet? Oops.
Is there like an Egglebucks exchange somewhere?
She's going to very obviously just put her head down on the table and stare at the bag.
Okay,
all right, let's.
I need to get to Cleary's character sheet. Where the fuck is it?
Is Cleary make it easy for us and tell us how much is in the bag so we don't have to
Yes, because I'm looking for it, because he's using his own money.
Wow,
So I'm looking for
Cleary.
I'm looking for his inventory sheet. So there's 5,000 platinum in the bag.
So 1,000 platinum each.
That's 50,000 gold.
Almost enough for 2 cats.
Or one really shiny cat.
We were estimated 30,000, weren't we? That's what I remember.
How do you spell Egglebucks?
something.
Aegel Bucks.
Thank you, babe. I'm not good at spelling right now.
I just wasn't sure about the Eggle part.
It's Haggle without the H.
Spell books, I would be concerned.
Yeah.
At some point during all this, while you guys are sorting through the money, Cleary goes to each of you and makes sure he's like, so, anything else that you need? Anyone have anything they need to discuss?
Oh,
I mean,
just in case, can we do the statue long rest and a short rest thing or whatever that is here?
This evening?
Yes,
Like
please.
right now? Like right now?
Very
It's
good idea.
entirely up to you if you would like to do so. You certainly have enough gemstones to offer to Lady Saloon that she would grant you her blessing.
Oh, and I got the crystal open.
Yeah, in case I need to kill this
crystal?
guy, it might be a good idea, right? Because Grim has no spells.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The obelisk one, because he wouldn't have known that yet.
What crystal?
sorry, what?
The obelisk, the big. I cut it open.
I'm sorry, you got it open. What was
Yeah.
inside?
Well, like I don't know, some misty something that flew off, and then the kind of well-dressed spooky guy gave me this and just hold out the stone.
Oh,
Hope it's not
Oh.
a magic rock that listens to people. That would suck.
I don't think
that-
so. It doesn't have ears.
that is an ironstone.
Ooh, heard of those? Wait, he get.
Oh, he said it's an eye stone, not the ear stone. We're good, man. There, it's okay. It's just
Yeah.
looking at us.
Hold up. No, go back. What came out of it? Something flew off?
I mean, kinda. I was busy
Is it
cutting it open, and it kind of looked like smoke.
The bird
kind
house?
of. Bird? No. Just the.
I mean,
the
was it
obelisk.
just like smoke came out, like, when you put out a campfire, just a billow of smoke came out, or something flew off? Because those are two different things. One is an inanimate object, and the other one.
More like when we were, a floating cloud going through walls type smoke.
Okay, so that's worrisome. And then he gave. Who gave you a rock?
The well dressed guy. I'm pretty sure he's the
Well dressed guy.
yeah
Slimy black hair.
that one.
Petotalrain. Headmaster of Inveruna. Met with Midnir while we were all busy, and gave him an ironstone.
That is deeply
That's perfectly
suspect.
normal, right?
And then I turned around and the crystal was all back
Cleary
together.
spends
It
some
was just-
time with it to check it for curses. He takes the stone and he begins like weaving over it and identifying it. And then you see that as he identifies it, he pulls out a crystal that he puts over his eye, and you see that he goes, "Ah!" and starts like stressing, and he's like curse checking it, and like arcane energy is flowing on. He's like super focused on this. It takes like 25 minutes of Cleary just sitting there focusing on this thing while you guys are getting ready to go.
I thought it was
Yes,
just
we're
a
doing
special rock.
our short rest with her
And then he
statue.
goes
Yes,
over
what he's
and he
doing.
sets it in front of, and there's like steam rising off of the rock, and he goes, "I've checked it every way that I can. Most of the ways that I can. As far as I'm aware, that is, in fact, an ironstone of intelligence. And it has not been tampered with."
It doesn't need that.
Well,
I
It's like
solved
this
your
one-
riddle
Yeah.
and just like stare at him.
What did he say to you though?
yes.
That I opened it wrong, but I did open it, but I wasn't supposed to be the one to open it. So I got a prize, but not the prize.
You
I
think
think.
maybe somebody else was the one who was supposed to open it?
Just kind of shrugs.
Somebody else?
I mean, he put it back together too.
Who are you suggesting? Let's be clear.
The one who, like, it made the sparkle whenever he got close, and, we were all there.
I wasn't there. Was
You
I
weren't there. Everyone else was. Well, I would know Seti. You weren't there. Never mind. Fake Seti was there, wasn't she?
I make things sparkle, sparkle. Was it for me?
You were there. Shady Lady was there. Fake Seti was there. Shady Lady was there. Who else was there? Midner, were you there?
I was there, but I don't. I remember
You
we
know,
did tentacle tests and stuff.
Yeah, no, I touched it. Oren almost touched it, but the weird shit started happening. That's what I was talking about.
Well, keep an eye out for anything black and flitty in case it was something that escaped from there. My guess is it's
Maybe it
probably
was meant.
been collected at this point. So
Maybe it was
I wouldn't
something
say
meant to go inside Oren.
Or whoever
perhaps
opened it.
whoever opened it, whatever the case might be, I think it's important that we use caution and do not mess with the box from this point forward. Because if it is meant for you and it's from Inveruna, I would rather it not get you. This is Mitney, well done. Honestly, you've caused a bit of chaos, but you've figured out that we should leave it alone.
I think we already knew that.
I was still on the fence, curiosity and all that.
It's helpful to know to what extent and perhaps why you should leave it alone.
Yes.
Of course. Well,
Not just leave that alone, right? That's
as it is, the money is yours. The night is yours. Enjoy yourselves. Try not to cause too much trouble and keep your eyes out.
Will
First
you
thing in the
be-
morning is Artificer's Expose, so those that you need to prepare, do so.
Will you be at the auction, Clary?
Yes, I was planning to attend myself. I still have a modicum of gold I could use. Not quite as much as all of you are now currently in possession of, but it will be a fun evening if my presence is desired by any of you.
Of course.
His eyes shifting.
Always.
Well, then
I'll
yes,
try
I
not to
will
spend
be
all
there.
of your money on something stupid.
I might spend all your money on something stupid.
Please,
How much
if you
time
do-
until the auction starts?
it's starting any minute. It's probably already started. There's probably already people there.
Well, how long have we been here? Were we
Oh,
still going
I
to do
thought-
our short rest?
This
thing?
has been about an
Were
hour.
we in the process
So
of?
you guys
Were
would
we
be
in
getting-
the process of doing it?
So this would be an hour. If you guys wanted to have at the start of it,
Yeah.
that while Cleary's working on identifying, this could be the hour in
Okay.
which
Yes.
that's happening. So
We can do our long
somebody
rest
needs to
and
do
eat some gems.
the gym, the 1,000 gold worth of
I'll remove
gemstones
1,000 from our stash of diamonds.
or other valuables.
I could just
And during
use
that time, you guys get a full rest and a short rest.
a fire. I have 1,000 gold fire opal.
Okay.
Want to just use
Right.
that?
Sure. I can't find the diamonds on my sheet.
Meanwhile, you see tears probably immediately forming in the eyes of Bropsy.
Oh wait,
Did you use it?
no, I haven't
What?
used it.
There's
I
Bropsy, he's
think-
about to use a fire opal, consume a fire opal for you guys to get a long rest and a short rest amount of time.
No,
I
no.
don't think I even
I
have.
think I
any.
got that. I think I got that one to make a ring with, so I got to keep that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you spent a lot of money on that.
I will
We-
use
we
a.
have-
I have a jet that's worth. I have 10 jets. They're 100 gold each. So
Okay.
Actually,
use
yeah.
those.
Yeah, use those for sure.
Yeah, those are little cheap gems.
Or
We'll
give
just
them to
use those.
Mitnir so he can grind them up into dust.
I was gonna say, what happens to
Mm.
these gems after we use them? You know, do they just
They-
vanish?
They vanish.
They are
They
consumed.
vanish.
I was hoping they turned into gem dust, like half
No,
the
they don't turn
value.
into dust. There are some things that turn into dust at the auction, actually.
So I'll use these jets. I'll get rid of these.
Okay, guys. So is anybody wearing anything fancy to this auction that they would like to prepare during this time while they are getting their long rest and a short rest?
I do need to make a seal call at the beginning of this hour.
Okay, go ahead and make your seal call.
I'm gonna call Lady Caldera.
As you call Kadera, you see her and she goes, "Oh yes, hello," and you hear. It's like, you hush, 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 and you take your bath. Look how cute he is. And then she points it at it, and you see that there's this little like flaming kitten in the pool of lava, just kind of like hopping from rock to rock and just rolling around. She's like, he loves it here. What can I do for you, sweetums?
Well, I had a bit of free time and I hadn't got your call back yet, so I figured I'd check in.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I was speaking with my father. And apparently, a friend of yours has a messenger coming from a close relative of my father's. Mitnir should be expecting a messenger tonight. I suppose you'll be at the auction?
We will. Are you going to be coming?
Unfortunately, I have other matters to attend to. Convincing my father. I have a bit of a surprise for you, and I'll let you know if it goes my way.
Oh, okay. Well, have a good evening with the new kitty.
Thank you much.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
We don't think we're gonna get a fight at the auction, right?
I don't plan to.
With the way our lives are, anything is possible.
All right. So as you guys finish your rest, is anybody wearing anything specific to the
I feel
auction,
like
or are you just wearing your normal stuff? Or are you wearing what you wore the?
An auction is when you wear a little black dress.
I don't have a little black dress.
How am I gonna
But-
fit in a little black dress?
You need a little sign with a number on it, and you need a monocle.
They don't provide that?
And perhaps a top hat, maybe a cummerbund, or a little bow tie.
She says, Celeste says, I'm personally just wearing this. And you look over and you just see her robes, and they're still resplendent, and she's like not even covered with dirt from the fight. Like she maybe does some, I don't know if she has prestidigitation, but if she does, she would like prestidigitate anything that is on her. The blood of her enemies, maybe.
My clothes do that themselves every hour.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You're just like
Orm doesn't even bother to wipe. He just, like
Yeah.
it just automatically happens.
Yep.
All right. So as you guys
Which is
are finally
dangerous.
prepared, you begin making your way to the auction. Unless there's
Well, I
anything
don't.
anybody else would like to do during that time.
Oh, we
Clear
gotta.
would be traveling with you. Are you just going straight to your
So we
to your
can
meeting with Aldesk?
we
I
can
mean, I'm
long
gonna
rest,
get
right?
minutes. I figure
Yes.
if it's about to start, I may as well just head to the library.
Oh, yeah, it's already started at this point. Like it starts pretty much the second that the other event does. Like they want to keep people in the action. So what were you saying, Warren?
We can do our long rest.
Yeah. So you guys get your long rest.
You actually want to
And
start
then-
the auction? I can give me I need a minute to go. Okay.
Sure.
No, you can do my stuff after.
Sure. So, as you guys enter, unless there's anything else you guys would like to do.
Oh, was anyone using the Iron Stone?
not yet.
That requires
Yeah.
attunement, right?
Yeah, we could
Does
have done
require
it during the
attunement.
long rest. Short rest, long rest thing.
Did Aaron want the?
I mean, I could use it, sure.
You can use it when he's working on stuff, right?
Yeah.
So,
I'll hand it to you.
Wheat.
okay,
So I'll attune that during our short rest thing.
cool.
Which one is it? The Supreme Intellect or Intellect?
It's the one with 2 + 2
Oh, okay,
intelligence.
that's Intellect.
Yep.
I don't think I have anything else. I have something to work on tonight before tomorrow's stuff, but yeah.
All right, City.
I want to. Sorry, I'm trying to decide whether or not to do something.
That brought me up to 21 Intellect.
No, I'm good.
Can it go over 20? I didn't know it could go over 20.
My fracture increased my max to 22.
Oh, snap.
So really,
So-
it pushes him that. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So if I get something else where I can get a +1, then I'll be at 22.
Hell yeah. Warren's getting smirked.
Nice.
Yeah. This was totally unintended.
My boy was always smart.
I rolled stupid good on the stats.
Mhm.
And that was that random roll in Discord. I couldn't believe I got 3 17s.
Jesus. No wonder. And yet Orin's the only one who dies all the time.
Yeah.
Well, he rolled good once.
All right, so you just decide not to do it, babe?
Yeah.
Or two? Okay, cool. Thank you. Prophecy, anything before tonight, before the auction you need to do?
Bonus action cry. Okay. I don't know. No. Once I get there, I'll look for the headmaster, but
Okay. Cool. So with that, you guys arrive once again at the banquet hall, the Logic's Landing. The exterior looks similar to before. There are a couple of like random ones scattered throughout, but otherwise it has begun to break down the fairgrounds for the day. There are a few things that are still up, but mostly they're beginning to close down, and people are making their way to the main banquet hall, where as you enter, you find yourselves being handed a piece of parchment and a pen. The pen seems to be an inkwell pen of some kind. It's got it's brass and it's got little gears on it, and seemingly this is provided for everyone when they walk in. It says it's your gift. You may keep it afterwards. It is an infinite ink pen, but it's just standard ink, non-magical. And upon application to the piece of paper in the correct spot, when you are standing in front of something, you write it down on your own piece of paper, and it will anonymously place you as the next person on the list. But you have to bid higher than the person before you.
Okay.
Can we
So-
see like the current bid when we do that, or is it just completely blind?
The current bid is on the item.
Okay.
It is below the item what the current bid is.
Okay.
Okay. So, and I don't have a list of what the value of these items are. I'm literally just going to, as you guys go through the night, they will randomly increase as you check them. And if you're trying to get one at the end of the night and trying to snab it away, then it'll depend on your interest. I'm not going to go through every single item and do price. So please don't do that with every item. Okay.
All
So,
right.
as you guys begin to enter, you see that people are walking through. There is a banquet space with lots of food and punch, and there's music and dancing. It's the ballroom that was there the night before. It's a little bit less entertaining. It's not dark and party atmosphere. It's more open and bright, and people are just sitting around discussing things that they might want to purchase and just having an overall good time with the music that is playing. And it's more of a normal party, not as wild as the night before. However, you do see that the entrances that go... Well, not the entrances, but the areas that go towards the back where all the different individual rooms were the night before are open. And you can see different colors coming from the halls that match sort of the atmosphere that happened last night. So those rooms are open yet again. People are wandering in and out of the back and discussing at their individual tables. And the auction is yours. Nobody is really announcing anything. There is no major thing. It's just a silent auction.
All right, let's go look what everybody's got. I want to walk with Cleary and kind of keep an eye out for what catches his eye. Things of arcane significance, because he's better with items than I am. So I'll kind of use him as my guide.
Oh yes, well, where do you want to start? The rooms should be organized the same as before. And I personally worked on a lot of the items. Some of them were class projects, and some of them were procured via the headmaster himself and some of the other professors for the University of Phoenix. But I should inform you, some of them are very, very good. I'm proud of the students and the work that they put in.
I'd love to see. Show me. What do you guys have out?
Sure. Do you all want to come see University of Phoenix first? I mean, not that I'm biased or anything like that, but I could explain it to all of you together.
Sure.
Cool. So
Sounds
he brings
good.
you to the University of Phoenix's room, which is the same as it was the last time that you guys were here. It's kind of got that, performing, slam poetry kind of vibe. Just the artistic works of the different students around the room. However, this time, as opposed to any of the sculptures, in place of those, under glass with wards of protections you can see etched into them, you see a myriad of different objects. So let me go to my list real quick.
As we're heading
Um,
there, Oren's just gonna step up beside Mitnir and kind of lean into him and be like, "Oh, Mitnir,
What?
Princess Caldera had mentioned that there's a messenger going to be stopping by to see you at some point."
Really?
Yep. I
What'd
don't
I
know what
do?
it's about.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea.
Am I in
We'll
trouble?
find out. We'll find out when they get here.
Do you think I insulted her or something?
No, I don't think it's anything like that. I'm curious
right.
if it has something to do with the sword that was being made.
Just kind of gives you a puzzled look like, huh?
Alrighty. So as you guys are having this conversation, looking about the room, you notice that there are 5 different encased objects, and there are going to be 5 different objects for sale in each of the different schools. So bear that in mind. Walking in, you see what appears to be just a collection of different little, I'm not sure what you would call it, but like little wrapped jar, basically, of different pigments that are gemstone. You can see is like mixed into them, and they're giving off like a sort of like glowing, like effervescence to them. So there's that, and then there's a book that appears to be made out of stone. There appears to be gemstone carved figurines in the shape of what appears to be dinosaurs.
Okay.
There is a helmet covered in gemstones. And then there's a necklace dangling with a number of gemstones that appear to be rubies hanging at the end of long golden strands.
Well, tell me, Clary, what do all these do? If I had to
Right
guess, I'd
then.
say you were involved in the little dinosaurs.
I did, in fact, teach the student who worked on these, and I helped them perfect the actual magic casting involved to create them. These are a set of prehistoric figurines of wondrous powers. As you can see here, there's a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and yes, you can, in fact, summon a Tyrannosaurus Rex using this object. There's quite a bit of time before you could do so again, but you can do it. There's a Plesiosaur, little Triceratops, a couple of different cute ones here.
They are very cute.
And well, quite a formidable beast as well. Probably going to go for a fair sum. This one here is a Helm of Brilliance. Each and every one of these gemstones is a spell waiting to happen.
Are they single use?
Yes, after the spell is consumed, they turn to dust. And once
Oh.
the gemstones have all run out, well, you've got yourself a helmet.
Well, that's neat.
Yes, here is a necklace of fireballs. As you know, I'm capable of making these. You guys lost the last set I left in your path, but
Yes, I was going to say, I recognize this one.
They were stolen.
They were stolen, yes.
well, yes. Anyways, fact of the matter is I made another set for this particular. And the helmet was a class project, actually. I did the base work and taught the students how to work the gym spells, and each of them made their own. It was quite a thing.
You know, I should have seen it sooner. How big a deal you are at Phoenix. I always thought it was just because you had a lot of money.
Well, I've definitely accrued money over a long period of time, and a lot of which was given to me as expenses by your father. But I have done well for myself as an artist over the years.
You certainly have.
Anyways, that's what my school has to offer. More than welcome to bet on any whatever the word is.
Mitnir's like measuring his head to see if it'll
Bid.
fit.
Words escape me sometimes. Well, but yes, if there's anything else you'd like to look at around the other schools, this is simply mine.
Well, I do want to see everything that's on offer before I decide where to put my money.
Well,
But-
as you guys begin browsing, meanwhile, Grim, you find yourself on the east side, behind the back walls in the halls of your edition, the gear work section, a place where most students don't go to unless they want a neck. And you're not here to
Aw,
neck.
Grim
You are
doesn't
here
neck.
to meet an individual that invited you during something that should have held more attention for him than it did. Alchemy roulette. And as you begin wandering through the darkness, I need you to make me a perception check.
Okay, here we go. My 20 is probably not enough. My passive perception. 28.
28. As you're moving in, you can sense the presence that is lurking in the shadows. You can't see it, but you see it all the same with another more animalistic sense, where you can feel a presence spying on you.
My
from the
fur
darkness.
kind of stands on end.
Yes.
Like, okay. Yep.
And as you
kinda
begin
like-
looking in that direction, go ahead.
You kind of like, yep, just kind of, yeah, I mean, I'll just kind of keep going. Yeah. Looking in that direction, like you say.
Yeah, as you begin approaching, you hear sharp senses. Yeah. Good.
Yes, you know, when you live in nature for long enough, you'll pick up a thing or two.
Well then, come this way. And you see the shadows begin to coalesce. And as they do, you see what appears to be this sort of black, like inky black sort of skinned illithid appears before you. Its head, a mound of just sort of like, it sort of fades from the black into like these sort of like pink undulating orbs of glowing like light underneath its head that seem to just be revolving inside of its skull. And
That's
it looks over.
interesting.
It has no eyes as it peers at you. It goes, come this way, and we will discuss a few things. And he begins
Okay.
walking, and as the darkness parts, you find yourself entering into what appears to be just a room. There's nothing there in it except for a few chairs, comfortable looking, and you can see that there is sort of dark, almost natural walls that gives you the scent of like a cave while you're here, which to you feels very homey.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
And
When
as
you
walk
dream
in,
enough about being buried alive and choking on
Yeah.
dirt, it's caves are just fine.
he gestures to what appears to be like a rather comfortable looking chair that's worn and weathered and has a bit of a musk to it. And he goes, have a seat. You
And we'll have a seat.
Yeah, and as he suffers over, and he actually seems to like the smoke and darkness that surrounds him kind of coalesces into the chair, and he lowers himself in gently in a way that doesn't even appear like he's sitting down, but just simply entering a sitting position, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And then he says, so, we have had our eye on you for some time, before we
You
began
know.
looking into your group that was looking into us. An invitation was given to you some time ago.
The
If you were
provisional
to
invitation.
get a second fracture, as
Yes.
the time has melded on, we found you more interesting. And as such, an invitation to Inveruna proper has been allowed.
Is there a particular reason why Grim should accept?
Well, first and foremost, you gain the boons that come with the station. And as he begins to flit around, you can see like his robe whisking into the air. These robes are unavailable to anyone within Inveruna. And he vanishes completely from your sight. We lurk in the darkness, the shadows behind. This is an initiate's robe. Back into his chair. It gives you many boons that I believe you would find satisfactory as a signing bonus. Not to mention the fact that you would receive the many, many powers involved with becoming one of our members. However,
What-
they would need to replace a few of your current imparted abilities from fractures.
Those imparted abilities from fractures being removed might very much anger a certain entity.
I'm
That
not
might
speaking
be.
of those. I see what you sense. I'm speaking of the one that sits deep within you. The one we first invited you for.
You wanted that one. Why would you want
The
that one?
Star Mother.
Yes.
You
Well,
possess a small piece of the Mother and the Devourer. And
yes.
as such, we think we need. It would be in the best interest of you as well if such a thing was removed and given to us. And in return, you would receive one much more suitable for your abilities and
Now you
become one of us in truth. Beyond that.
tell me. Well, like you need to. If this is a thing, you must probably tell me more about her. Because I've been trying to learn about her.
The Star Mother is an eldritch parasite, not a true
hmm,
god like the rest, but something that invades all living and unliving things and becomes it. Some
hmm.
believe she was once the mother of the mimic, but others believe that she is something far more foul. Her threads and tendrils are theorized to be what originally created the roots of Selindor, and how Northard was able to invent fractures to begin with. She touches
Hmm.
into, consumes, invades, and then becomes. And through the absorption of many creatures and things, she may birth many children, or so she calls them. Much of her
Yes.
power, we believe, was taken by Northought. And it is also, and he looks at you, and this you will speak of to no one. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
23.
DC 22. You may actually speak of this and nobody else has to mute or has to deafen, unless you would like them to.
I mean, you can have him deafen actually if you want. I mean, you may or may not tell them. He won't. It
Okay,
depends on if he decides it's
everybody
necessary
deafen
to tell
real
them.
quick.
Because I have to think about it, right?
No, of course, absolutely. You guys are good. You can.
I would like to, if it's possible, just maybe as a show of good faith, to know if the other pieces perhaps to see if we could maybe take care of part of that,
A lot
and
of that would be beyond our control as of now. But
do
it
you
is one
do
of
you
the
think
things
perhaps you
that
could look
we
into
might
that?
confront in the future.
Could I perhaps
She,
try and find some of that for you?
if you become one of your members, we could make it your top priority as a task.
If I became one of your members right now, that could be very, very suspicious.
Take some time to think it over. It doesn't have to happen during this competition. In fact, I
Hmm.
expect you to take time.
Well, yeah, well, obviously, it'd be very suspicious to do it right now in the middle of a competition. Oh, I
Of
did have a
course.
question for you, though. Um, does the name, well, I don't know if it's a name or if it's a word. Does True Nembra mean anything to you?
True Nimbra.
Yes.
It's what keeps Azathoth asleep.
Is that the same as, what is that? What is it?
That is among the secrets that I cannot reveal to a non-member.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
I will tell you this. Trunumbra is not your calling.
Man, I didn't think it was my calling. I'm not the one keeping the big bad guy asleep. Um,
Of course. Well,
Unless it's mushrooms
take
keeping him
time.
asleep.
Think it over, and you see your seal, just a little black glyph appears on it. Use this to contact me, if
You
ever
got
you
it.
decide.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
no, I
enjoy
think
the
it's over.
auction. We have many items to peruse. Just don't open the lid of the Pyxis.
You got it, bro. This was a good conversation. I was worried that this would be like, I was worried I might have to kill you or something. It could have been very bad.
I worry about that every time I have a meeting, but I'm glad you're a cordial individual.
Oh yeah, Grim doesn't usually kill people unless he needs to, so.
Well, enjoy the activities. I'll
Yeah, okay,
transport you
great.
to Thought's Landing.
Thanks for not eating my brain or anything. I appreciate that.
I only do that to those that wish. And
Okay, great.
next thing you know, you're stepping out of the shadows onto Logic's Landing.
So am I allowed to tell him the first thing, or did that get overridden by the second thing?
No. The second thing was just making you feel comfortable. It was an emotional
Okay.
override. He thinks he got you, but you succeeded on the first one, so you can share anything you would like.
Can you message me and remind me of the thing that I'm not supposed to tell anybody?
The thing that he
If
tried
thinks
to make
that
you
it-
not supposed to
if
tell
it-
anybody?
Yeah. Remember the thing that I'm not supposed to tell it.
Oh gosh.
It was
Very
like
sorry.
the what they want to do, right? It's a hold on, I think I know what it is. Was it? Let me just message you.
I can't type around my thing. You'll figure out what that word means. I've shut my camera.
We're
This
typing
big,
the same
huge
thing.
thing, and I'm trying to type around it.
So it's that we've yeah, because we were saying the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, yes.
That's not all they're up to. That's just like this kind of reason they want your things and why.
No, I
they wanna
know.
make this-
Yeah.
Yep. So
I mean, and my guess
Okay.
is that they probably understand what is involved in doing that and who would be the. But yeah.
cool.
Okay. You probably won't be
All right.
telling them that then, just for safety's sake, because that would be dangerous for them to know, and because they would probably Anyway.
Okay. Anyways, so meanwhile, after you've finished looking at the University of Phoenix room, everybody, which room would you like to go check next, if there's any?
Obviously, High Realm.
I was like, Hyra.
High Realm Academy. As you walk in, you see a couple of very interesting things. First things first, you see sitting on a little pillow on a pedestal that seems to be inscribed with runes, no glass covering anything. They seem to be protected by other magical means. Is labeled the last golden apple.
Oh no, the last apple! I was going to buy one if I didn't spend all my
Current
money
auction
to buy.
price, when you look below that, is only at 6,000 gold.
I will write my
Ooh.
name in for
Well,
6,500.
Immediately up to 6,500. As you write it down on your piece of paper, it immediately dings and goes up and value the little placard underneath it made out of brass. Just the number. It's like one of those little clock counters, kind of, but like with a million digits, and you can see it and like brass, and like the number goes up as you write down, so you can see what the current bid is, and only the current bid, not even how many bids there have been.
Did you say 1,000,000 digits?
A million digits. No, not a million digits. Sorry.
Okay.
Up to the
Digits
millionth
into
place
the
in
digits.
digits. So 9 digits.
It's like,
A million digits. It's a Googleplex.
how much gold do these people have?
Yeah.
No, $1 million. Enough digits for like a million, up to the millions gold place. Just in case. You see listed Javelin of Lightning. It appears to be a lightning bolt that is arcing that is just sitting there, and is like little bits of electricity are sparking off of it. It appears to be a live lightning bolt. In the notes below it, it says first draft crafted by Hephaestus himself. It is a first draft of Zeus's lightning bolt.
Not interested.
Holy
Zap.
Avenger. Holy Avenger longsword.
Who needs those? Those aren't
There is
good.
a golden harp.
Okay, what's the harp do?
It's listed as the Harp of Gilded Plenty.
What does it do?
There is no listing for what it does.
Clary, can you even guess what this harp might do?
I could
it'll
take
play
some time
music.
to try to identify it, but imagine it will provide a number of boons.
Well,
That'd be my guess.
obviously, but
What's
what?
the
I
current
could identify
price?
it if you would like.
What's the
would
current
love-
price?
Well, also, yes. What is the current price?
The current price is set at 11,000 gold.
Oh boy, yeah. I need to know what that does before
Okay,
I offer to
I
spend
will
that much.
I will begin spending time checking it out. He spends the next 10 minutes doing so. Babe, you may now go onto D&D Beyond and look up the Harp of Gilded Plenty.
The fact that other people want it makes you want it.
It's
I
an
don't
know what it is.
instrument.
Broke 10k. It's like, ooh, that could be good.
Right?
This is very early in the night and it's already at 11k.
Yeah.
A lot of bards here.
I mean,
Read the
how,
item and you'll know why.
Yeah, that's
it's all the college kids want to play music out on the quad, you know.
it's almost wasted on you though.
Here's my trick roll a tune. You can treat a roll of 9 or lower on the die as 10. I already do that. Cast Hero's Feast. You can cast Calm Emotions. The harp is sentient. Yeah, that's not worth 11,000 to me.
It's really, really good.
It's
It would be
really
so
good.
good for any bard that wasn't like College of
Wasn't-
Eloquence or
Wasn't
SETI.
Cartilage of
Yeah.
Eloquence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
make
thank-
these items for
Clary,
you. I picked
thank
these
you.
items because they're things they would have.
Sure.
No, yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
Thank you so
And
much,
then-
Clary.
You see, sitting on a small, comfortable pillow, surrounded by individuals, and inside of a glass-like walled section where people can not reach inside to touch it, because if they do so, they will receive an electric shock. But you see, sitting on a pillow, just laying there yawning, is an luminescent kitten,
Is
and it says
the,
luminous kitten at
Is
the
it
bottom
the
of
one?
the thing.
the
That's the
glowing one
one.
that we heard about?
Yep, and people are completely surrounding it. And you can see all these rich, posh women with lots of money. You could just tell by their outfits. Are saying, "Oh my god, look at it! It's beautiful!" And you can see it has golden, like light golden fur, and it appears to be just like radiating light in like a 20-foot radius, just like you guys can see as you walk in, just light bouncing off the walls from it. Well, there's no walls here, but there would be. Looks like a small little miniature sun. You look into its eyes, and its eyes are just bright golden, like orbs. And it goes,
If you were to turn and look at Bropsy, you would see that her eyes are fully dilated. She's puffed up and heavy breathing.
What is the price already at?
current price is 6,000 gold. Is where it
Oh,
is
well, that's
currently sitting
nothing.
at. It's
Propsy,
the
go
beginning
big.
of the night.
I
Well, you don't have to go. You just write on your paper.
You just write on your
Or,
paper.
or come back later and see what the price is up to.
I am still going to go up to it. I'm gonna make my little bed, and then I wanna have a connection with the cat through the wall
And
or
make an
whatever. the
animal
fuck.
handling
I
check.
wanna like give it the slow blinkies and like do the hand stuff that they like. Oh boy.
Also, what is your bid? I'm writing them down so I can help Gagnor keep track.
I got a 30! I got a 20!
Okay, so as you look into this thing's eyes and begin like looking at it, it looks at you and it goes, and it starts making biscuits on its pillow.
Oh, I heard that. I'm so happy.
Your animal handling check is going to make everyone else bid higher now.
Everyone just
Yep.
puts this number, goes, as it goes,
For a while,
Don't make
Bropsy's
it do
gonna
cute things. You want to
hold
make
it.
it seem less appealing.
You just made it blep and do biscuits. Now the
Oh, my
bid's going
heart
up.
rate.
Cast disguise like other on it
That
and make it
wasn't
like a
even
really
with
ugly cat.
guidance. That was just...
all right, so
Oh,
as you have successfully made this thing look at you and make biscuits, those are the objects that are available for purchase, or sorry, bidding, within the High Realm Academy.
Hida, how much did you bid?
I can always rebid later, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for now I'm gonna do 6,500.
6,500. As you do that, and then because you wrote it, and then you made the cat do the cute thing, you watch as that number has shot up to 8,200 gold
Okay,
pieces.
I will be bidding again later. I have a
I'm gonna-
grand total of 16,800 monies. So that is the highest I will bid.
Grim's gonna
You-
call at some point just to see where they are, to see where
You
he needs to
also
go.
have
By the way,
All right,
my
so
10.
Grim calls around this point, like it's because it's been you spent a little while over there. Do what?
You can also use my 10.
Your
All right, so
the platinum we just got from Clary?
Yep.
yeah.
Wow, Oren's
Uh,
buying you a cat.
Oh wait, I didn't add the how much did we get from Clary?
We
How much?
each got 1,000 platinum.
So that's 10,000 gold.
Oh, okay. So I have 26,800 and then
Jesus
Oren's
Christ.
so 36,800 total.
If you need it, it's there.
Okay, so that is what is in the High Realm Academy, but the night is still young. Where would you guys like to go next?
well, Grim's gonna call me like, "Hey guys, I'm still alive. Where are you?"
All right,
Oh,
do you
hey,
guys
we're
hear?
at the auction in this room. Glad you're still alive.
Yep, didn't
As
die.
soon as-
Everything went fine.
So
You're
we'll
using
say
your
you go-
It's
skills.
actually like really good. It was fine. You know, it was actually nice guy.
Oh boy. Well, we're going to have to talk about that.
Yeah, no, like actually, you know, I feel a lot better now. It's fine.
Are you
But anyway,
still
I'll be right there.
are you still you?
Yeah, no, me. You know, what? Somebody gonna turn into a Grim? You think they put wants a bunch of mushrooms on them?
Yeah, we need to make sure that
Like, you
Oren's still
think
here.
anybody's gonna turn into this? Are you kidding me? You think they could? Think they could recreate the smell? Are you? I worked so hard on this.
All right, fair enough.
But no,
All right.
I'll at some point I'll catch up or whatever. But
All right, so wherever room you guys choose next, Grim will meet you in that room.
We have
So-
to go. We have to go check out Neverwinter.
You're going to check out the Neverwinter room. As you guys go to the Neverwinter room, which is, as you know, a butterfly garden, you
Aw.
see sitting under what appears to be like little tea set, like domes of glass, like sitting on little platters where there used to be like macaroons under them before, are a number of different items. Sorry, let me get to Neverwinter Academy. First of all, there is a choker that says Choker of the Beast. There appears to be a satchel that says Bag of Marvelous Beasts. There is a whip
Theme.
called the Lash of Immolation.
Pinky.
It is not on theme.
Sounds hot.
I was ready for Lash of the Beast.
There's information. It says this was actually taken from a circus performer that was abusing animals in the circus, and they liberated a few beasts from his place, and in the taking received this lash from his acquisition of the
It's beast adjacent. It's fine. Yeah. Okay.
Then there's also something that they found in the northern regions. It appears to be something called the Mistral Mantle. It is a cloak of some kind, and it's giving off, like, underneath, you can see that the glass is frosted up. It's found in the northern regions when they were procuring and rescuing mammoths.
But it's called. What is it called?
The Mistral Mantle. It's not Mystral. It is Mistral. Anyways, also sitting in a white wicker basket with a glass dome with holes in it, comfortable in their little box, is a cat with wings.
It's just a
Oh.
Pegasus cat.
When you look at it and get close, you realize that its nose is a little broader, its claws are a little longer, and you realize whatever this is.
Oh, it's like a Tressim? Is that what they're called?
A tressum?
The
No.
flying cats.
It is a flying cat, but it is not that.
Okay.
It appears to have very broad features in a way that would suggest that maybe this is a lion cub as opposed to a kitten.
Ooh.
Ooh, that one's gonna get big.
Nice.
Future mount. That's what that one is.
And those are the items available at Neverwinter Academy. By the way, Nikita, I believe you wished to speak to your headmaster, who is currently sitting there. He's being like, I know you want to pet the kitten, but it is necessary that we keep it safe. It hasn't received all of its vaccines yet. So the headmaster is there if you needed to talk to him.
Is he the one selling it?
They're not selling it. It's like you still have to bid. It's an auction, but then they do like the background check to make sure that you have a stable home for it, and then that cat has to kind of like, be good with you. They do the wellness check thing.
I will talk to him.
He goes, "Oh, Mopsy, how are you? It has been some time."
Headmaster, I need this baby.
I'm sorry, this baby?
I need.
Oh, well, you're welcome to auction with the rest of the students.
I will, but I need. Do you understand? I need.
I understand your proclivity for the animals, Mopsy. You said that about every single animal you passed within our zoo.
One.
Did anyone told her that she has wings?
But do you remember the Great Ape? Do you remember the Great Hippo? When we had all the great animals, you wanted all of them. Do you remember when we had those griffins? You wanted the baby griffin?
I remember every one, but they were not my baby. This one will be my baby.
Do you remember Azurus? Your baby?
I remember Azurus. I still sleep next to her.
Yes, I know. I do often as well. Fact of the matter is, you love every animal, and other people might deserve a chance to love animals as well. And so, in that sense, you're welcome to bid with the rest of the students, but you understand that somebody here might also find the love of their life in an animal and need that companionship. It is our duty as those who safekeep these creatures to find them the perfect home.
The best possible home, yes, which I could provide.
I understand, but you are an adventurer, and I spend a lot more time with Azurus than you do.
Well, I am still working on making sure that she can be with me and be safe.
That's true. That's
exactly what I would do for this baby, and we are very close to making that happen.
I understand. You may bid with the rest of the students, and of course, after what I am sure would be a very vigorous screening,
I'm walking away and I'm going to lay down in front of the cat again.
He's like, okay.
So I assume Bropsy's given up on the radiant cat and is now after
that's the one I was talking about.
Oh.
This is the flying cat.
This is the winged kitten.
Well, I had said I was waiting to talk to the headmaster about the radiant cat.
The headmaster Eli.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought he was talking about this cat in addition to the... Anyways, where would you guys like to go next?
you know, Bropsy, if you really wanted to get the cat, you could speak with animals and just tell the cat to act really mean, and maybe some other people wouldn't bid. Just saying.
I mean, that's why I did my animal.
It hisses at some people, maybe scratches somebody, and all of a sudden people aren't bidding on it.
All right. So is there anything you guys would like to do?
Could I speak with animals too?
You could certainly try.
Just saying. Work smarter, not harder.
It's also a baby, so good luck.
No, I am speaking with animals.
Are we going back to the other one? Let's go talk to this baby.
I have not left. You guys have been making your rounds. Bropsy has been on the floor next to that cat the whole time you were making your rounds.
Wish you came all the way over to Neverwinter to go talk to this guy and then go back to the...
Yeah, so are you? So you're going into cast talk with animals with the luminescent kitten?
Yes.
Okay, you cast speak with animals. And you cast a spell, and then you say hello, and he goes, "My name is luminescent." No, I'm just kidding. Imagine she
just happens to have the voice of
gets up and walked away. No longer in love.
Was that the demon from Hercules? Is that the voice that you just said?
Yes.
I'm trying. And panic.
I headcanon that Aiden would have had the dumbest fucking voice. Even though Scurry makes the dumbest fucking faces. And I still love them dearly, so I would not care.
So you say hello to Nicholas.
Oh my god, okay. Hi.
Get your pillow. It starts going attacking the. You'll suffer. You see, it's making biscuits. Suffer under my vibrant wrath.
Having trouble breathing.
Sounds like the cats in Baldur's Gate 3.
Looks at you and says, "Treat, mortal, serve, give treat."
Oh.
But then you look at it, everybody else just hears it. Look at you with these beautiful golden eyes. Go.
They're just wondering why you're meowing at it.
The bird meowing at a cat, and it goes.
They're unlikely friends.
Have a name, sweetheart?
Obliterated words.
Oh. Do you have a mama, Obliterator?
Boy,
Oh, was that a cutout?
probably.
You don't know your mama?
Mm.
Oh. Do you know that the people here are trying to figure out who's gonna be your mama or papa?
I'm gonna kill you, Bill.
Can I perhaps insight if this is just normal cat behavior or if this is somehow a celestial
Sure,
but
make
evil
an
inclined
insight check.
cat? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get heckin' bamboozled, aren't I? That's an 11.
That's an 11.
I mean, if it's an evil
It's-
cat, it's going to fit in really well with Ernie.
It's
So.
hard to say for certain, but you're fairly certain most cats are evil.
How dare you?
You're old an 11.
We can always awaken it and see.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I'm moving on from this because I'm not going to talk to you as this cat all day.
Okay, I'm letting it know that I am attempting to be its mama.
Do what you will, mortal. If you win me, then you will be a good servant. I can tell by your loving eyes.
I will let the rest of the party know that while I am in love, it is an interesting cat. I can't say it's evil. Perhaps he doesn't know that, but it's
Okay.
interesting.
So the next, you guys want to go to another room?
Sure.
Where you
Head shakes
going?
hurt.
We check Silverwind.
Hell yeah.
You head into Silverwind's Finest, and at the bar, you see a bunch of items under glass. And people are still drinking and having a raucous, enjoyable time. But you see under one appears to be a slender piece of metal hanging on a silver chain. Listed, it says, "The Chime of Opening."
I don't know what that does.
Does
You
it just
see
make
a-
does that just make things open for you, like things that are locked?
Mhm.
What is the current price?
The current price is 800 gold pieces.
800. Is it single use?
No, it just there's not really information about it. It's just called the Chime of Opening.
But that's stupid, because why would I bid on something if I don't know what it is?
Because it's a
Right,
magical
the
skill.
chime of opening.
Cleary, do you know anything about chimes of opening? Are they single use or not?
I believe they're probably like 10, maybe.
All right,
I don't know for certain.
I will bid 850.
Okay, 850 gold pieces. Let me go find out how much. Oh, God, I hate typing around this thing. Yeah, it's about a foot long, like metal tube. It looks like.
Oh, that's a hell of a big chime.
Hi. I mean,
You
Wonder
hit
if I
it,
could
it's like,
just-
dong.
Could I just pick up the
imagine if it
nut
was a
spell?
bunch of times and you had to pick
he's
the
like,
right
actually-
time, like the right resonance for the lock.
Yeah.
May as well just unlock it at that point.
There's no. It's I believe it's 10 uses usually per hit. They can be struck 10 times before it becomes useless.
Okay. I bid 850, but I'm not coming back a second time. So if I get outbid, so be it.
850. I'm probably going to get outbid.
What else is here?
There's an amulet of health, belt of dwarven kind, and what appears to be a small box called an instant fortress.
Oh, we don't need that.
Also, there is a book that has a lot of use to it, it appears, and says on it very specifically, the Manual of Bodily Health.
Didn't Mitnir have something like that?
No, is this the one that's going to raise your constitution? Mitnir, you have to get this. Or somebody who needs hit points really bad.
I mean, I need hit points really bad.
I mean, you do get hit a lot.
I mean, I'm the one dying all the time.
Oren.
Somebody has to get this, alright? This
Or
is
is going to turn into a stat monster at some point.
What is the price on the book?
Current price on the book is 12,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, those are expensive.
How about we remember it and we'll come back.
Alright. At the end
Later.
of the night, we will come back and see if we can get the book.
All right, that is what is available at this bar. And when while you guys are there, you chat up with the Selindor or the Silverwind Academy folks. You see Rod. He's like, "This is a very nice purchase. I hope that you find it nice as well and put in a very high bid. See, you need to write a higher number if you want to win." He's like walking around talking to everybody.
An amuleted health is also pretty good if you have the room to attune to it. It will raise your constitution.
Dream does not have room to attune to anything.
Neither do I.
Where would you guys like to head next?
In Verona? Just kind of like looks at the group like we might as well see what they have.
I hear they have good stuff.
I don't want to go back into that room, but I do think we should.
Is it the same room?
Yeah.
It is the same hallway.
Probably.
But as you guys walk in, there is no darkness. It is just a plain room. They have not decorated it. But you see there is nothing in there. No adornments. Nothing. There are no lights. It is just a room. It is mostly empty. There are one or two people who are checking it out, sitting on a single row of chairs with no glass coverings or anything. Each with their own individual counter are 5 items.
As we walk in, though, Mitner like puts his hand on Seti's shoulder, just in case. Like,
there's one thing not to. There's one thing we're not supposed to. There's one thing not to open. Don't. What did he say?
He said not to open the Pyxis.
Don't open the Pyxis. He said not to open the Pyxis.
What's a Pyxis?
Oh no! He said the Pyxis. Don't open the Pyxis. So if one of these things is a Pyxis, don't open it.
All right. Well, let's look. What are they? Also, hang on. Was there a cat in Silverwind or Phoenix?
Nope.
Okay. Just checking.
Is there a cat in Verona?
As you are looking around for perhaps a cat, you see a bundle and a basket. There is no label on any of these objects. There is simply the price below them, all of which are currently blank.
Wait.
Nobody's willing to pay on it. They're terrified.
On the first one listed, there is a piece of black cloth that is folded up neatly, and it says robe.
Good God. Well.
You see sitting there a large metal... What are these called again? I don't want to say it's a dodecahedron. It's a D12.
Okay.
What is a dodecahedron?
That is a. Oh gosh.
That is about a 12-inch across large metal D12.
Does it say anything at all?
I think it just says a dodecahedron. I think you're right.
It just says dodecahedron.
No, wait, not dodecahedron.
Dodecahedron is what it says for the item. Don't look it up though. If you don't remember what it does, please. Because these are not identified nor labeled for what they're supposed to be. So please don't go look for it if you don't know what it is.
It's 12 flat faces, right? That's what you're.
Yes, 12 flat faces.
Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to make sure you had the right word. Yeah.
Is it dodecahedron?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so it's a dodecahedron.
All right. What else?
Oh, sorry. There's another one that says cloak.
All right, so there's a
It-
robe and a cloak.
They're
Aren't
both
those the
black.
same thing?
No,
Then there is one that says Pyxis.
don't
And it
touch
is
that.
what appears to be a jar with like intricate, like made out of wood with like intricate carvings all over it.
He says not to open that one. So I would say probably don't open that because he seemed to be
Ever?
nice.
Or just here?
I don't know. He said for me not to open it, and he seemed to like me. So maybe don't open that one.
I don't want to touch any of them, but I am.
It's like
curious.
a lidded jar box kind of thing. It's, you know.
And then-
And what's the last item?
The last time is the bundle in the basket.
Ah.
That says
What is it?
cat.
There you go.
is it
We
the
look at
shadow
it.
cat?
Is that the
It
shadow
says
cat?
cat.
Yeah,
Can-
but what's it look like?
Is-
Does it look like the shadow cat?
Can we like
As you
unwrap them?
look underneath it, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no! Anybody
do
who's
it. I'll do
looking?
it.
Animals up.
I'll do it. 18.
18.
20.
Okay. Okay, with a 20,
22.
Not the
Grim.
18.
Grim, you pull it up and you see the cutest kitten you've ever seen in your entire life. It just
Oh,
looks at
you
you with that
baby.
gray fur and like these wildly purple eyes that just look at you. And it's got like these silvery fur and purple eyes. And it looks at you and goes,
Oh,
what
did
did you
you
roll?
baby?
what did you roll, Abropsy?
22.
22. So you and Oren, who rolled 20 and above, instead see what appears to be the same purple eyes, but there's no fur on this kitten. All you see is this sort of like slick flesh. And you see like these purple eyes, and you can see that its teeth are its mouth is too wide, and it's got like these really sharp teeth, and it's like smiling at you. And as you look underneath, like you can see that like its paws are normal, and it's kind of like slightly elongated and like skinny, but it has these tentacles that are just like whipping around its back and peeling off it. And as it does this, and you can see like as it begins to meow, it goes, you can see its mouth splits topwise and sidewise, goes like a cross.
If I still have speak with animals, I'm gonna say, well, aren't you something?
I'm gonna bid on it. How much is it?
It is not an animal.
Oh, okay.
How much is it? What's
It's
what's
at
the bid?
0.
Zero.
They're all at
Everything's
zero.
at zero right now.
So while they're looking at the cat, Mitnir puts 50 gold down for the other 4 items.
It's 50,
Grim's gonna
50.
bid.
Yeah.
Grim's gonna put down 1 gold or 1 platinum because he doesn't have gold.
All right. Put 1 platinum down for the cat.
The thing is, Grim would have found it cute anyway. Like, wisdom saver, no, he would have found it cute. Just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's
You
Grim.
guys, by the end of the night, who knows what'll happen with any
All
of those
right.
items. But currently, people are too nervous to go in there, really.
Yeah. Okay. So who else? What other? I mean, I want to check out every.
Cleary's
single
like,
school.
I can identify a couple of these items if you really need me to, but in the meantime, can I go to the bathroom really fast? We've been going from room to room to
Take
room.
someone with you.
Body
I've been
system,
identifying
body
animals.
system. Somebody has to go with
well,
you.
somebody come to the bathroom with me. In the meantime, we'll take a 5-minute break and we'll be back in just a little bit. And we're back and heading to which room next?
Let's
I don't
go
know.
to
We haven't done
Blackstaff.
Blackstaff? There we go.
What's that?
As you head to Blackstaff Towers, you find
But
the
can I
same
think of anything else?
green flame in the fireplace with the Koji lounge and the quiet nooks for quiet conversation. But you also see a bunch of things strewn about the room with their brass counters. You see what appears to be a long black staff. It's not the black staff, but instead says Eldritch Staff below it. There is an opal, a fire opal with a rune carved into it, called an Opal of Ildrune.
Hmm.
There is a blue silk cloth that is triangular in shape and about 5 feet long. And it's called the Pennant of Vingrun.
They just chose a bunch of stuff that's hard to pronounce.
There is a Staff of Arcane Blessing.
Oh, that's not bad.
So 2 staffs here for druids potentially.
2 things that end in un.
And an Afridi bottle.
Ooh.
mean, I can use stabs.
A bottle with an Ifriti
That's
trapped
true.
inside. We're not
Yes,
sure. It says a bottle with an Ifriti trapped inside. We're not sure how he's doing.
Oh no.
Oh no, somebody
Wait.
has to buy him just to let him out and send him home.
We
He'd
like
be very
yeah, I mean,
angry.
Well, the thing about Ifriti bottles, you guys can go look up the Ifriti bottle and read it.
because
Because
is it like a roll in the dice kind of thing?
it's a roll of the dice kind of thing, and they say that we found an Ifriti bottle. We don't know how he's doing. Nobody has opened this bottle yet, but it is your right with purchasing this to take your chances.
Well, Blackstaff has magical stuff. No shocker there.
Hmm. Oh.
Wow. So if you roll really well, you get 1 hour for 3 wishes.
Wow.
There's only a small chance that he attacks you.
Yeah,
But the
it's the same
main chance-
chance that he either attacks you or you get the wish spell 3 times.
Other than that, he just kind of hangs out with you.
Yeah,
Like,
he just chills, and then he goes out and goes
What?
back to the plane of
So-
fire.
What is the current
What if you win the
state
fight?
Then
Then
you
you
just
don't
kill him
die.
in Ifriti.
Oh, okay.
of? What is the price
And
on
what-
the bottle right now?
Current price at the bottom is 9,999 gold pieces. There's a
That's
guy
a
who
lot.
didn't want to spend 10k on it.
he should have gotten gold break or gold. What the break
I mean,
gold.
this is a chance at 3 wishes. This could be one of the most expensive items to go. It's just that they're letting people know they could die if they
It
use
is-
it. But a lot of people, that's probably not going to matter.
It is a 10% chance at having whatever you want, basically.
Correct.
So,
Question is, how strong are Ifriti?
I think
Weaker than a dragon, obviously.
Probably,
We got
right,
this.
we killed the dragon.
I think it depends on the Ifriti.
That's true.
Obviously-
like if it's one with a
Caldera's
name,
dad.
if it's one with a name, you're probably in trouble.
I mean, they all probably have names. I'm just saying one of them.
Well,
with
yeah,
a,
but I mean, like
with a
one with
long
a
name.
well,
one
aren't
with
they,
a name in its own page, then you're
Mhm.
probably in trouble.
Yeah.
because they're fire creatures, right? So if we got it, we could take it to the Cauldron of Strife to open out in the wasteland. I don't know if they're vulnerable to cold, but
I think they're resistant to cold. From being
oh, that
hot.
sucks.
They also have access to the wish spell, so just, you know.
Can they use it on
Is it-
themselves? Or can they only use it on other people?
I imagine they can only use it on other people if you roll.
They have access to the wish spell.
My only concern is it doesn't really seem like, unless you get the wish spell, like unless you get access to the wish spell, you can't seem to just free them, can you?
No, they're freed when you use the bottle.
Well,
But
by the 4th
after-
use. They're
It says-
free, yeah.
By the 4th use. They're
Oh,
free.
okay, so they will be freed after that. Okay, that's good.
Correct.
You just have to like, I'm really
They don't
sorry,
know.
but the
Yeah,
rules
they
say that we
don't-
have to do this for 3 days.
Yeah, they don't know how many uses have happened to this lamp. They don't know how
Okay.
he's doing. They found this lamp. They know that it's one of the illegal Ifriti bottles
Mm-hmm.
from the time in which Ifritis were trapped and used for their ability to grant wishes. And they know that it has its value and somebody has to open it, but they don't know how he's doing and people are scared.
Does anybody like gambling with 10,000 gold? Did Mitnir bid on it?
No, not yet. That would be
It's
that would be
almost-
my entire gold sum from Cleary. So
It's almost worth it to just to save it from him from possibly being enslaved to somebody else, though.
Well, I mean, think about it this way. If Enveruna gets it, then they have 3 wish spells they can use against us if they roll well.
Well, to use against us or to use against somebody else, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Who's to
you
say
know.
they don't already have access to wish spells?
I don't
Who
know that they
knows?
would necessarily use it against us. I think they got the other fish to fry.
Well, I mean, you know, towards whatever their ends are.
Alrighty. So that's what's in Blackstaff.
we'll
Okay.
check that one too later.
Yeah, we'll check back
Let's go check the prime thought.
Oh no.
All right. As you guys head into the clockwork barista hall, where you can still get coffee as much as you want, you see behind, underneath where they would have had pastries, there's just like a row of different items that are under glass. And you High Realm Academy. That's not the right one. Where's the one I want? The Steampunk Room. Pure Thought. Prime Thought. That's the one. Okay.
Definitely not
sorry.
pure thought.
You see what appears to be listed achromatic fracture,
Ooh.
a thrice wound clockwork amulet. There is a diagram that says, not actual size, you will get the real thing. And at the bottom, written inside by its original creator, apparatus of Qualish.
Who the fuck is Qualish?
I've heard of those before.
What does this diagram look like?
It appears to be some sort of strange crab-like vehicle.
Got it.
There is a rifle laying
Ooh.
across the bottom low, like so. Like the top has a whole bunch of different things, and then the bottom is just has this rifle. There's 3 barrels. It is ornate clockwork and brass, and it's called the Lucent Destroyer.
Sucks to be a Lucent right now, huh?
And sitting there, barely moving but licking its hand, is a clockwork kitten.
Robo Kitty.
It's sitting there. It's like moving, like pretty smoothly, considering like it's made entirely out of like very shimmering, like almost like gold level shiny brass in glass. That just moves through it, and you can see like its head is like a mixture of like metal, and you can see like little glows coming from underneath. Its eyes are actually actually luminescent, like lights behind them. But you can see that it's not like a digital interface. It's like glowing eyes that seem to be fit into the machine perfectly, in a way that doesn't make it look like scary or anything, but just looks like this strange little interlocking plate mechanical kitten.
What is the current bid on the achromatic fracture?
A current bid of the achromatic fracture is 15,000 gold.
That sounds about right.
That's about market price for a normal common fracture.
Yeah, that's definitely going to go up.
Yeah. You know that fractures are expensive, but also very useful. And achromatic fractures can go to anybody.
Yeah.
Yep. I already have one.
So
I think Primus gave me one.
Do they go to anybody, or like do they synergize with everything?
They
Or do they-
synergize with everything.
they synergize
Oh, wow.
with everything.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's a good one to use like at level 20 when you're like, well, or whatever. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I need to boost everything's level.
Okay.
All right, how about Feywild's teachings?
All right, as you guys bounce around and now hop skipping through the hallways, not wasting time, you head straight over to Feywild's teaching, where you see it is not filled with multicolored smoke, but it is a room filled with pillows, and there are lots of different things and drugs to be sold. You see people are still like passed out smoking smaller versions, and you can see that there are a number of different items available for your purchase throughout the room.
I was going to
it's
say,
a very
wait at
ornate
the entrance and see if the next person going in passes out.
There's an ornate blue glass bowl with like gold embroidering, like to hold it, like gold like metalwork, I guess is the best way to describe it. And it says, "Shiny bowl we found."
I was expecting you to just say vase.
Shiny bowl we found makes you chill with water dudes.
Okay. I'll pass on that
Oh,
one.
it's a bowl of water elemental, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bowl of commanding water elementals.
Yeah. Surprisingly
Says,
not drug related.
the Zoom Broom, fly through the sky.
Okay, that's good.
Broom of flying.
How much is that currently?
That is currently sitting at only 1,200 gold pieces.
I will
That's
bid
really good.
I will bid 1250.
There is crazy clingy armor. This stuff does weird stuff, but it's got deep pockets. Hireling armor.
Oh. No.
There is a piece of armor covered in like autumn leaves. And it says, this is a Koganesti forest shroud. Brought from the forest of Koganesti. This is the whole thing. Like this is
The only thing with an actual name.
And then and then you guys see sitting in a wicker basket with blue exaggerated stripes going down its silver fur. It has huge green eyes, abnormally large for its face, long body, and little dwarfy short legs is a fey kitten.
Aw.
Is this the Ever Kitten?
This is a fey cat,
How much is the
which,
fey cat?
as it smiles, looks very Cheshire.
Yeah. How much?
Wait. It is not the new kind of.
The dwarf kitten is currently sitting at 10,000 gold. It is a fey cat, and it has dwarf legs, and it flies. You see, like, it'll get up and kind of like lightly hover and then kind of stumble back into its basket. And there's
It's
just
not
a
the
guy
new-
sitting next to it. There's just a guy sitting next to it, and like it's this big hulking ogre, and he just puts his hand up, and like anybody who gets too close is like, "No touch, kitten." And as the as it begins to like rise up out of its thing, he says, "You stay down." And he puts his hand over and squishes the cat back into the basket.
Is it the new kind of kitty cat?
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean, so no.
They just
probably.
added a new kind of kitty cat to the kit.
Oh, I missed it.
That's basically the Cheshire cat. It's called a grinning cat.
Oh,
That-
I gotta go look that up.
It's a type of fey cat that is a grinning cat that turns invisible and teleports.
Oh, that's probably made off of the one that I based it off then.
It's basically just the Cheshire cat, but they made it into a monster for
It's called a
Glory of the
grinning
Gems.
cat?
Yeah, it's the Cheshire cat. But, yeah. It's like if the blink dog was a cat. Kind of.
Oh yeah, that's basically what this is too then. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
It's pretty. It's cute. And as you were describing, I was like, oh my gosh.
This one is with bright blue stripes on silver fur, not the depiction.
Yeah.
Not like the
It's
depiction.
just like
of
you
the
were
grinning.
describing it, it looks very Cheshire. I was like, oh no. That's immediately what I pictured.
Pass.
Doesn't look like that picture. I will show you the picture that I got it from. Oh no,
You
that's
can't
really a bad
hug
picture, too.
every cat. That
Why not?
lady. You know that video? Do you guys remember that? You can't hug every cat.
But I can try.
Okay, and that is what is available in this particular school. Which I
Alright.
lost.
You can't eat cats, Kevin.
Oh yeah, Feywild Teaching. That is Feywild Teaching's offers.
To the risen mind.
Oh,
As
that's
you go
right,
to the
I forgot
Risen
they were
Mind
a
of
thing.
Vishrandi, they still play in that kind of warbling music as you walk in. And the Risen Mind of Vishrandi has a couple of very iconic pieces for you. The Tentacle Rod,
No.
That's weird.
the Shield of Farsight,
Field of Farsight.
a Far Realm Shard,
Ooh.
Ooh.
a Ring of Mind Shielding,
It's a far realm
Ooh.
shard.
and sitting in its little basket made out of Zerkwood is the Underkitten.
Is this
That's
the
the
Shadow
Shadow
Cat?
Cat.
This is the Shadow Cat, the one that's just. It's got like little like dark, like you can see it. It's like just little fangs like coming out from underneath. It's good, like wisping black darkness coming off of it. Like it's just orbs of gold in the black, and the black is kind of. It's not as like solid as like a black cat you would normally see. It's just kind of like wisping away in little tufts of smoke
Okay, so how much?
The Underkitten is currently set at 16,000 gold.
Woof.
How much is the Ring of Mind Shielding at?
Ring of Mind Shielding is 8,000.
It's a surprisingly cool item.
Mhm.
Yeah. If I didn't have my tattoo, I would be going for that.
I was looking at the last.
That's what you would have received if you had gone to them to get help for your problem.
Yeah.
I just like that last paragraph. That, yeah, for an uncommon item, that's kind of like really strong.
Mm-hmm.
I highly suggest somebody get it if they don't find anything else to spend all their money on.
And then what's this Far Realm shard?
Sorcerers.
Okay, just sounds like important. You know what I mean? Like in terms of plot.
Right. Yeah. It is. It's just a shard from. That's like a piece of matter from the Far Realm that has like it's like glass and like reflects tentacles underneath it. It's like a little crystalline piece of the Far Realm that is used as a sorcerer's focus and does things when they use meta magic.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
I know we need to check out Sorcery. What other schools are there? What are we missing?
You guys haven't gone to El Torchels or Necrom?
I forget that Tortles or whatever is a
Yeah,
thing.
them and Necrom.
To be honest.
All right, so we have 3 more schools to check. Is that it?
Mhm.
All
I
right,
believe so.
let's do it.
Where are you going?
Start with El Torchos.
As you guys head to El Torchels, you find yourself in a fancy as fuck ballroom with classic music. It's fancy. There's like a crystal chandelier, red, velvet cushions. It's very fancy and very over the top. You see a very nice armor of safeguarding sitting on a pedestal with numbers clicking up currently on it. You see something called the Bone Counter, a mace that rewards you when you kill undead monsters. You see a bright red candle called the Candle of Invocation. You see something with the current highest number you have seen so far at 40,000 gold pieces.
Jesus. Boy.
A circlet of human perfection.
What?
And then you move on to an item of even higher value, sitting at 55,000 gold pieces. Bigby's Beneficent Bracelet.
Oh no. All right. I mean, oof.
Currently, El Torchels has the highest bid numbers.
Mm-hmm.
My headset just died. That makes it hard to DM, and you can't hear your players.
Obviously, we can't afford those anyway, unless we pooled our resources. And right now, I want stuff more than I want either of those, I think. So I'm good to move on from here. I think the high price is a false flag. I think.
For which thing?
I don't know, but I'm just like.
I mean, hopefully nobody's looking any of these up or anything.
It is meant. I'm taking notes, but I think.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the high price is meant to entice us.
I mean, which one are you talking about?
Both of them.
I'm kind of curious about the circlet, honestly.
I mean, the one thing is really, really good. I don't think any of us want it though. The Big B one is insane, but it's not. It's not really for us. I don't think
it's not really something that you guys would probably like. Anybody could use it. It's not really something that would go with your character. It's just insanely good.
How often do you just like come across that artifact?
Yeah. This is a full-on artifact. This is not a legendary item even. It's an artifact.
Yeah,
All right, we'll pretend Clary was there telling us that.
Cleary's like, oh my god, it's baby's fucking bracelet.
yeah. I mean, and
He's like,
especially consider,
oh,
especially
he's like drooling. He's
especially
like, can I have my
Cleary
money
would be
back?
freaking out over it, right? Exactly. Cleary would be like, oh yeah, like
guys, can we buy this, please?
Grim would be like, if you want your shiny rocks back, you can have them. It's okay.
He's like, no, it's completely fine. I don't need it. It's just very, very. This is a piece of history, Bigby. One of the greatest magic inventors of all time.
I mean, I heard that there's like a really cool mortar and pestle that exists. If we find that, then we can buy that, right? But I don't know what it is.
Talking
All
about
right,
Baba
let's-
Yaga's mortar and pestle?
Yeah, if we find
Let's-
that thing, I'm buying that.
Let's get
Because
out
that
of
thing
here
is
before Clary has
absolutely
an
insane.
aneurysm.
Baba Yaga's
you-
mortar and pestle is grossly overpowered. It's
It is.
insane.
Babe,
All
can you
right.
just run us through the items in the last 2 rooms to save time?
Okay, I'm sorry.
The auction hasn't even really started yet. And then we're
Yeah,
already...
it's fine. All right, okay. Moving on. I'm moving the frick on. Which school were we on though?
Sorcery
Sorcery.
and Necro.
Sorcery has Claws of the Umber Hulk. Something called Kierson's Ooze doesn't. It's a specific item from, I believe, a module, but I like it a lot, so it's up for grabs. It's just a jar of purple ooze. Something called Mirror of the Past. A Rod of Resurrection. And then, as you guys see, that there is not a basket, but a pin for a Displacer kitten.
Wait, for a Displacer kitten. Wasn't the other one a Displacer kitten?
No, it was an under
That
kitten.
was just a. No,
And
the
then the other one.
but the one
No,
in
no, that was a far kitten.
a far
Okay.
kitten.
Okay,
That is actually an aberration from the far realm.
gotcha.
I was gonna say because the displacer kittens are cuter than that. I think, right?
Oh yeah, Displacer
Yeah, I
kitten.
guess-
It's a little Black Panther looking
When
cat
you
with
said
like little
tentacles, I was
tentacles on its
picturing...
back with little suckers on them and teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
They're actually cute though, right? Like,
No, the other
Alright.
one that you saw could have been cute to somebody. Maybe Grim would have found it cute, but it was like
Grim would have actually found it cute.
the tentacles that were coming on it were not coming off of it. They weren't like tentacles with little stoppers. They were like tentacles that were just kind of like
Actual tentacles.
peeling off of it. They didn't have suckers, but they were like
Yeah.
weird, like moving barbed,
Gotcha.
like gray,
Okay.
slimy.
So this is the
tentacles.
place with the Displacer kitten.
Mhm.
I don't think... I mean, Mirror of the Past, I know what that is because we had one in Saltmarsh. That was
Yeah.
pretty...
It's
fun.
pretty good.
So what is the price on that?
The mirror of the past is only 1,200 gold right now.
I will bid
There's
1250.
1250. Okay. Then Necrom Academy. You guys have been there. There's a Sanctum Amulet, a Bloodshed Longsword, Cloak of the Bat, something
Hang on, I'm-
called. You guys wanted me to speed up, so I'm speeding up.
Okay, well that's too fast because I didn't even finish writing down the last room yet. So start over with that school.
Sanctum Amulet, Bloodshed Longsword, Cloak of the Bat, a pitcher filled with bronze liquid called Molten Bronze Skin.
Who needs to go to the
And-
beach when you just have molten bronze?
Rakdos Right Knife. There are no kittens in the school, although I really did want to do a little zombie cat, but I decided not to. There you have it. Those are all the items up for auction. Feel free to peruse and purchase at your leisure. In the meantime, while you guys are thinking over this, because I know you need a lot of time to think over this, Mitnir, while you were perusing, you were grabbed along the way where you see an interesting individual walk up to you. They have dark skin that seems to be made out of a jasper sort of color. They remind you of that girl that Oren's been hanging out with, but way more beefy and dude-like. and they seem to be just wearing what appears to be like some sort of wrap covering their mouth and everything else. But you can see like their sort of burning cinder eyes underneath and little horns underneath the hood, still sort of make it pop up a little awkwardly at the top. But as this individual turns to me, he says, "Greetings, you are Mitnir Ox Bahmati."
Yes. And you are.
I come from the Sultan.
Oh, the messenger.
Yes.
Ah.
I come bearing this as it was returned to me with a notion from Ord, greatest of all blacksmiths. He pulls off of his back what appears to be a massively wrapped item. It looks that if when held under your hands, would probably stand up to just below your chin. Like if the tip was on the ground
Mhm.
and it was coming up, it would be about your chin level. You see this very thick section, probably about 6 inches wide, but it is a very definite sword shape. At
That's-
the widest point, the blade may even be closer to like 8 inches.
That's for you. You're giving that to me?
It has been instructed that at the request of the being I think you will know is a part of this, that in payment back for your group, as we know you are competing in the final round of Boxbreaker, that this was to be granted to one Mitnir Ox Bahmati to be used during this time, after which it will be returned, unless any of you are able to find someone whom the subject who requested this approves of.
Right.
But
Thank you.
as payment for fulfilling your promise, he wishes to aid you in battle.
Just
It
kind
was
of
the Sultan who decided that this was a good time to allow it to you.
gingerly
Since the
take
blade
it.
is gone.
How heavy is this thing?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and have you add it to your sheet.
Probably
as soon
not
as
Mitnir
I can
heavy,
remember
right?
what the fuck I called it. But I'm pretty sure it's Surtur. Just the great sword of Surtur. But I could be wrong. Let me see. Control F.
It's Surtur's Defiance or Surtur's Rage.
Surtur's Rage. Well, it's Surtur's Rage and Surtur's Defiance, actually. But
Okay.
it's Surtur's
I just-
Rage.
Just
Thank
Google
you.
or search. Yeah.
Add Surtur's Rage to your character sheet.
Got it.
And as you take the blade into your hand, you hear, "Hello." Sorry, I don't have the throw for this right now. "Hello.
Hi again.
It's been some time since you helped fell me, actually."
Are you comfortable?
The form I do not despise.
That's good.
The blacksmith you found me did good work, and I am pleased. I can continue fighting, and I will join you for this fight.
I appreciate the at least temporary usage of your strength.
I appreciate your candor. Who knows?
For now,
Perhaps if we fight well enough together, it might be a more prolonged affair.
I hope I don't disappoint.
Unlikely, but I hope so as well.
Kind of comes back in. It's like I just had a conversation with a sword. Is that normal?
It's still wrapped, but you can hear through it still.
You have a new sword.
Right now, it's just kind of like across, like it's still wrapped up, but now it's
It's
you
the
know, going
biggest thing
further,
you've
yeah.
ever seen him carry that he's called a weapon, and you've seen him carry some stupid shit.
Like a tree log.
This is a very large greatsword. This is like Buster Sword level greatsword.
Nice.
Are you planning
you-
on using that?
The
in-
second you hold him, you know what he's capable of.
He, at least for the next round of box breaker, is gonna help.
Okay.
Let's go fuck some shit up.
Oh,
But yeah, it's just I guess it would be like sticking out, like partway behind and like way off to like one side of his like leg.
just be
Yeah.
careful going through doorways, okay?
Huh? Dink. No.
We just killed the doorways. It's fine.
Okay. So as you guys you receive this and spend the rest of your time looking about, would you guys like to make some run at a couple of items during this night?
So
Alright.
as
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, just as the night is like, I don't know what the time limit is on this, but like during the last 30, 45 minutes, I just want to run through each of the rooms at the items I was interested in and just see what the price is, and I'll put in one final bid if I'm interested.
Okay.
How long
Better.
is left on the
Can
things?
you?
Auction snipe.
The auction's going to be 2 hours is when they're going to start finalizing items.
Can we
Can you put
ask
your notes on
Cleary
the
to
important
like
items?
figure out what the things are that are in Varuna so we can see if like do we actually want to
He
like
doesn't
place
have-
areas?
He doesn't have time with all the stuff you guys have kind of asked him around the place to do all of the items, but I
Okay.
will allow him to identify for you as best he can 3 items from Inveruna if you would like to pick those.
We don't. I mean, I think we probably want to stay away from the Pyxis, right? Or at least Grim would want to stay away from the Pyxis, just because the guy's like, "Hey, don't open that."
He
Like-
says it was a good item, but don't open it.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I want to know
Like-
what it is.
right, I want to. It would be helpful to know what it is, but like maybe don't get it just in case. Or maybe maybe know what it is, but not certainly don't open it. But maybe if we could at least figure out what some of the other things are. Because how many items were in there? You said there were 5.
Yeah, we
It
don't
was
even know
like-
what the
There's
cat
5
is.
in every place has 5.
Well, we already know the cat's a cat or a
Yeah,
far
so if
cat,
we
whatever.
roll-
It's not
if we
a
roll
we
out
don't have to
the-
identify the cat.
If we roll out the Pixis, then that's the robe, the dodecahedron, and the cloak.
Mhm.
that they had.
Yes,
We want to do that?
yes, that might be because if we can identify those, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
Just because like they're unknowns. The other things are at least labeled.
Okay, so what would you like to check?
The robe and the cloak and the
Dodecahedron.
dodecahedron.
Oh, so not the Pyxis. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
I mean,
We'll
We
just
can
open
still
that
bid
one
on
to
it,
find
but-
out.
just open it, just straight open it.
As you return to these, the prices have gone quite a bit up.
So people have started bidding on them then.
People have started identifying them and bidding on them.
Oh, clever girl.
So the cloak identifies as a cloak of displacement.
Okay.
That's really good.
Just look that up and save Clear the time.
Mm-hmm. The robe is the robe of stars.
Mhm.
Remember that being really good. I can't remember what it does. Ooh. Actually kind of cool. That cloak is actually nifty.
Meanwhile, the dodecahedron, I'm going to roll. Actually, I'll have one of you guys roll. Roll a D100 for me, and we will see if he can accurately discern what this is.
Who wants the job?
Got it. 41.
Fortunately, he can't discern what this is. There's too much chaos magic coming off of it.
Oof.
Too much chaotic energy, sorry. Not chaos magic.
What's
chaotic
the
energy.
bid at on it?
The bid on it is currently at 600 gold pieces. Nobody knows what it is.
Well, I guess we're gonna bid.
Like, the price has been going up. I'm gonna say this is after about like the first hour. This is like the halfway point of the auction.
We said it was
Some of these
the
have gone
robe
up.
of stars, right? For the
The
other
robe of
thing.
stars is at 18,000 gold so far.
Yeah, that's really
It's how
good.
much?
18,000.
Yeah, I remember
This
that
is at
being
the
like
halfway
really good.
The other one is at 10,000 currently. The cloak of Displacement.
The Cloak of Displacement actually would be like really, really good for somebody like Mitnir.
It would be good for any of us, I think. It just gives people disadvantage.
Well, yeah, like or somebody like especially somebody front lines though that's like taking hit, like Orin or Mitnir, like
yeah.
every other turn you're getting disadvantage on getting hit. Like that's pretty cool.
Everything has got some money on it. Things are going up. And so what I'm going to have you guys do is write down the numbers I'm giving you, by the way, because I don't have them written down.
Yeah.
Mood's like, I know how you operate, Gagnor. I know that you are just a bullshitter when it comes
Well,
to
there's
numbers
enough
sometimes.
items here that's why I'm like, I've been like thing, and then if a price is set, I'm like trying to put the price with it. I'm like,
Thank you, because I was hoping you guys were doing that for things you were interested in, is what price is currently on them. So I know, so you can remind me if I don't know what its last price was, so I can elevate it based on the roll that I do to elevate it.
Yeah. What's the
Yeah.
price on the Farkitten then right now?
The price on the Far Kitten?
Is this still my one platinum? For my tingle?
No, it's not 1 platinum. I'm gonna roll for it though, because I mean, who doesn't want to experiment on something?
There's probably other people that have
psychopaths.
been fooled too, like me.
It is currently 1,400 gold.
The Everkitten wasn't here though, right? That was just something the cat guy was selling.
Yeah.
The one that stays young forever. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Why do you just want an Everkitten?
I wanted an Everkitten.
Those are being sold in mass in the lobby.
Okay. How much?
Those are only like 500 gold, I think.
Yeah, they're like 500 gold or something. Yeah.
Can I just pick
You
up an
just-
Everkitten on my way out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I feel like a zombie cat would also be an Everkitten.
In a sense.
Okay, and you said 600 so far for the dodecahedron, and how much for the Pixis?
The Pyxis, I'm going to roll for as well, because people don't know what it is either. It is currently sitting at 4,700 gold pieces.
All right.
my 50
Orin
bids
is,
didn't hold up.
Orin's just
because
going to be
Grim
keeping an eye
knows what
on
its dangerous.
the con book and the achromatic fracture.
And you said
Not that he can bid
1,800
on
for the
either,
Far
but-
Kitten?
1,800 is the current, or 1,400 is the current price for the Far Kit.
1,400, okay. I don't care
Alright.
enough for them to keep it.
As you guys are continuing to look around, here's what I will say. I will say that each of you can focus on bidding on 3 items, because there's just too many other items to keep track of at one time as the stuff narrows down. Focusing on these 3 items, I will allow you to add bids at the end when you receive what is close to the final price.
Okay.
If your bid holds up, meaning that you put in a number that satisfies me, because this is the only way I can do this fairly. If you put in a number that satisfies me, then I will make sure it's absolute. Otherwise, you will roll a D100 to determine if somebody else slips in and outbids you just by a bit. Okay?
Okay.
Yep.
So, pick your 3 items that you would like to bid on, regardless of their price, and I will tell you the price based off of the last price listed and the increase that I'm rolling.
Well, Grim's
Some-
gonna,
Go ahead.
just for safety's sake, because Grim kind of doesn't want anybody else to, because he
If the
was
Pyxis-
warned not to open the Pyxis, he's gonna focus on the Pyxis, the dodecahedron, and the Far Kitten.
Okay.
Just because they're probably all like not particularly safe.
I would say if you're doing everything in one room, then you can focus on everything in the room.
Okay. I mean, I can't really. I mean, I could probably let everybody else know. Hey, like these
Yeah, that's
things
what I'm
are
saying. Is that
like this.
because you've got the
Yeah.
room, you can see everything, and you've got
Keep
the
us
prices in front of
posted
you.
on the price of the cloak and the robe. I'm sure we won't be able to afford either one of them, but keep us
Or
posted.
actually, better
Maybe the
yet,
cloak,
rather
yeah,
than
you
just
might be
3
able to afford
items,
the cloak.
you could do 3 items if they're in different rooms. If, as a rule, if you want to do one room and you guys can communicate with each other, you can each just take a room, right? And you can have Celeste. Celeste has been
Well,
here the whole time.
we know-
and Clary.
oh,
Yeah, I
you
forgot
guys
about
could cover,
that.
you guys could cover 7, or you guys could cover 6 rooms.
We know Kita is not leaving the high realm kitten, so she's
Yeah,
in
she's
the
still
high
there.
realm room. So if Kita could watch the apple for me, I want the apple. So you're watching the apple and the kitten, and then I don't know that we had any other items of interest in High Realm's room.
We're just communicating via seal then, because we don't have the rings right now, right?
Yeah.
You communicate.
Yep.
You'd have to communicate via seal.
Just a group phone call.
We just need. You know what we need is we need Sim, right?
All right,
Selindor Instant
so
Messenger.
Yeah.
as the clock ticks down to the final moments for any of these specific things, does anybody want to be in the prime thought room? Or are you guys forgoing that room?
Boy, Prime Thought had the achromatic.
You can always
fracture. I
throw a
think-
random number at anything, but
think
if you're
put-
lower
put-
than the
Put Orin in Prime Thought. You wanted to keep an eye on the achromatic fracture, right?
Yep.
Nothing was
Okay.
already at 15,000,
And
though,
then-
wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm also curious about that diagram thing. Keep an eye on
apparatus
that.
of
while you're
Quellish.
there. Yeah. I'm just curious.
Mitnir, do you want to take Silverwind and keep an eye on the Chime of Opening and the Manual of Bodily Health and whatever else they have? Or did you have more you were interested in elsewhere?
It depends, like where are you going? Like,
Wherever.
okay, because like I'm still interested in the gemstone ink that was in the University of Phoenix.
Okay. We can
The
have
manual.
Cleary watch
Phoenix-
that.
Cleary's like, oh, I'll definitely watch my school, and I'll let you know what the prices are near the end.
Okay.
Clear's like,
well-
I'm going to take out a loan and go get that big beast.
and then the bronze liquid I was curious about.
what does it do?
Molten
Which-
bronze skin. Don't look it up unless
they-
you have Cleary spend the time to, or
Was
one of
that-
you guys
was
spends
that
the
at
time
Prime
to
Thought?
identify it.
That was in Necro.
I just assume it gives you a tan. That's what I'm just guessing, right? Like,
Oh no, it does something
it's just liquid
Oh,
bronzer,
sorry.
right?
There was
does
one other
something
thing. Where was it?
really cool.
The
Everything
fire
at
opal and
Sorceries
black staff.
is stupidly cool. The fire opal black staff, yeah, black
Yeah,
staff.
so
has
I've
good
got
stuff too.
my
And-
stuff is just spread out.
Spread out. Okay.
Okay.
The Afridi bottle, I'm also interested in Blackstaff.
Yeah,
so,
that one.
So someone
That's a
needs to go
moral
to
quandary there.
Silverwind, Blackstaff. We had some items in Prime Thought.
All right, so how about this? Why don't you
Orin's
guys-
in Prime Thought.
How about this? Bropsy will take our school, right? Okay. I will take. Which school should I take? Is there any specific school you? I was particularly interested in. Well, honestly, the shards. I mean, the far shard. Interesting, right?
Where was
So
that?
risen mine.
Okay. I don't think we had anything we were interested in Risen Mind. At least not on my list.
I mean, I personally don't want to use it necessarily.
The
but if
Ring of
nobody
Mind
else is-
Shielding and the Shadow Kitten, but I can't afford the Shadow Kitten.
If Cinder's here, he could watch that. Risen Mind for us.
Oh yeah, you guys whisper Cinder. Yeah, message Cinder. Cinder's like, yeah, I got you.
He's buddies with Cleary. Him and Cleary
Yeah,
are
sure,
buddies.
yeah, exactly. There's no reason you can't do that. So Silverwind, you've got Mitnir. All right, we've got. Well, I'm not going to step foot in House Necron, but I will do Blackstaff.
Who was that?
That was the fire opal.
I'm personally
the bottle.
interested in the Staff of Arcane Blessing and the Pennant.
Okay, so that was Celeste talking, right?
Yes,
So she's going to
she'll do Blackstaff.
Blackstaff. I think that leads Sorcery. I wanted to check out the Mirror of the Past. We've got Grimmin and Varuna. Let me just make sure that that covers everything. Prime Thought, Black Stuff with the Afridi bottle, and Varuna again, Silverwind. I think that covers everything that I had on my list. So if
So I actually
anybody's
probably still need that. All right, guys. So as you find your places and the last minutes of the auction begin to count down, each room has a little clock as it counts down to the final one. You watch as the numbers begin clicking wildly on everything.
should we go room by room? How do you want to do this?
So what we're going to do is for the items you would like to throw down on, you can throw down on, again, 3 items, or if you want to throw down on all the items in your room, that's fine. Otherwise, just 3 items that you could write down for. And the numbers will tick. And if you have a question about a specific room that you have somebody in, you can ask me and I will tell you the price right before the end. And you have to give me the price of the item if it's something you've already gotten a listing for, so I can do the increase.
Okay.
So we will start with Orin.
Oh, don't start with me.
Fine. We
My
will
bid,
start.
my bid depends on Bropsy's bid.
Start with
Okay, cool.
Sorcery.
We're gonna start with Sorcery.
All right.
Okay,
So
which is that your room?
that's where I am. The only thing I'm interested in there is the Mirror of the Past. Does anybody else
Okay.
have anything in Sorcery?
Sorcery also had the Rod of Resurrection, the Displacer Kitten, the Thing of Ooze, and the Umber Hulk claws. The claws of the Umber Hulk.
Okay, so tell me how much the kitten is, and the Rod of Resurrection, and the Mirror of the
Okay,
Past.
did I give you a price for the Displacer Kitten the first time?
16K, or was that was the other one?
That was the Shadow Kitten. The
I think
Under
I think the Under Kitten. So I don't remember the Displacer Kitten.
Displacer Kitten's original price was $7,500. Was original thing, and it's going to become. It is currently 1,700 more than that. So, like 9,200.
That's not too bad,
9,200.
actually.
It's currently at 9,200 for the Displacer Kitten.
Okay, how much is the Rod of Resurrection?
The Rod of Resurrection. I didn't give you guys an original price.
Nope.
Okay. It is currently at 12,400 gold.
Okay, fuck that. How about the Mirror of the Past?
Here, the pass. What was it originally at?
I bid 1250.
1250. It is currently at 9,000 gold pieces.
Jesus Christ!
Somebody figured out what it does and are really interested in looking into if their husband's been cheating or not.
Oh, I could tell them that. If you don't trust your husband, it's not a good marriage.
You don't know this about them. Nobody knows who's voting. I'm just telling you out of character.
Oh, you mean Frank over there? Yeah, I was with him last night. Mm-hmm.
Okay, is there anything else that you
We've
want to
met
check in
there.
on any of these items before?
I'm
Just
not
start
bidding
going
on
after
it.
We've
every
been-
man. Like, hey,
We've been
honey.
over this
Okay,
mid-air.
just so you know,
How many marriages?
Kirzen's Ooze is at 8,700 gold.
I don't.
And the Claws of the Umber Hulk are at 5,600 gold, just in case that matters. To anybody. Those are what are in your room. Next.
God, I really want the Mirror of the Past, though. Oh. Hang on. It's at 9,200.
That's a lot for.
That's
just
so
a mirror.
much for that. That's so
It is
much.
so much.
Yeah, fuck
I'm
it.
just basically I rolled for it, guys. I rolled for the gold edition and it added so much money.
All right.
You can get
Moving
something
on.
better.
Yeah. Moving on.
Okay.
Said he leaves that room.
We'll go to Blackstaff Tower, where Sorcery is. You guys didn't look at their Eldritch Staff. Nobody's interested in it. Opal of Ildarune. Did I give you a price for that before?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so either. Its current price is 10,400 gold.
Nope.
Not for that price. I would like to try and remember the symbol on it, though.
Oh my god, the pennant, she can't afford the pennant either. The pennant skyrocketed in price. Staff of the Arcane Blessing, however, is at 6,500 plus 6,700 gold pieces. So she's going to put in for that.
Nice.
So she's going to put in for the Staff of Arcane Blessing, which is in fact the one from Baldur's Gate 3. Was anybody at Necrom? Or the Molten Bronze Skin?
I don't think one's in there, but like I'll try and run in there at the very last second if that's possible.
If you don't find the prices that you can, if you don't find like enough prices where you're like, oh god, I'm actually going to gamble, you can put money on 3 things. So if you want to if you're like, there's no way these are going to work, you can spend the last second like bolting and just like.
I was going to say
out.
I could run there because as soon as I walk into the one I was Sorcery and see the prices,
saw the price
I'm
was
leaving.
just too high. Okay,
Yeah.
you can go to Necrom instead then if you're just like abandoning that room.
Yeah,
Also not putting in for the Displacer Kitten or anything?
No.
Okay, cool. So at House Necrom, you fly in. You don't care about the Sanctum Amulet, Bloodshed Sword, or do you care about any of those things?
You
I
talked
don't.
so fast, I didn't process any of that.
Do you which items do you care about in that room?
In Necrom?
Yes.
Remind me what's there, because I didn't write it.
Sanctum Amulet, Bloodshed Longsword, Cloak with the Bat, Molten Bronze Skin, and Rakdos Right Knife.
I'm not interested in any of those, but I know you mentioned the skin. So somebody mentioned the skin, so I will look at that one.
Molten Bronze Skin, we didn't have a price before, so it was at 2,400. It is now at 7,300.
I will relay that to Mitnir over the seal.
Yikes. I might be interested in that, but it kind of depends on what the rest of the prices look like.
All right. Okay. Who's at Feywild Teachings?
I don't
Is
think
anybody?
anyone's there.
Oh,
Nobody's at
did we
Feywild
forget Feywild?
Which means nobody's getting the Fey Kitten,
No, that's
or
okay.
Broom
Aw.
of Flying, or...
Oh, no, I
Oh,
wanted to
that
look
you
at the
were
Broom of
interested in
Flying.
the room.
I wanted to
Yeah,
look
you
at the
were very
broom.
interested in the room.
Okay, so instead, would you have rather run to Feywild Teachings instead of Necrom? Were there things that you wanted instead of things you didn't want?
Yeah.
That's
All right.
fine.
Well, if worst case scenario, you could still run it and at least check the Molten Bronze Skin. If that's
Yeah,
what
I mean,
you
if the
do.
broom's too expensive, then I'm
Um,
just leaving anyway.
Okay, so the Broom of Flying. What was the price I originally gave you on the Broom of Flying?
I think I bid
$12.50?
I bid
It was
1250.
1,200. Yeah, it was 1,200 before. Yeah.
$12.50. It's gone up by 4,600 gold,
So it's what? Roughly 6,000.
roughly 6,000. Okay.
Nope. Not doing it.
Anything else in that room?
Nope.
Not the Fey Kitten, not
Nope.
the Hireling Armor,
Don't give a
not the
shit.
Bowl of Commanding Water Elementals.
Nope.
Okay. She's so grumpy. All right. Silverwind Academy. Any interest in Chime of Opening, Amulet of Health, Belt of Dwarvenkind, Instant
Yeah.
Fortress, or Manual of Bodily
I'm
Health?
in there,
All of them.
so I'm looking at the
All right. Did you have any? What are you interested in?
I don't have any prices for any of those.
I
no
bid
prices for
850
any
on
of
the
them. The
850 on the
Chime,
chime of opening.
Chime was 850. It's now 2,200.
It's not terrible.
Put 2250 for me on the chime.
2,250. That is putting you in roll territory. Okay. So I'm
Okay.
gonna star next.
22.
Put a star next to that because you're gonna roll for it.
Let's just up it to 2300. I know it's only
2,300. You're still gonna be rolling for it.
yeah.
It's not a satisfactory thing to buy it outright. So
Yeah.
to ward anybody off. So all right.
Price on
What's
the
next?
manual?
A price on the Manual Bodily Health. I never gave you guys a price for that, correct?
Nope.
Or I did give you a price.
Think
No.
so.
I swear I give you a price. All right.
No, it's probably expensive, right? It's a big item.
So it is currently at 14,300 gold pieces. And that was rolled, by the way. Wildly enough.
Any of those consumable permanent stat boost items are usually pretty expensive.
I mean,
I think somebody
That's-
should bid on it, but I can't.
I feel like that's actually a fraction of the actual cost
Yeah,
of
exactly.
it.
Yeah. That is I think that's a
That just goes to show you,
For
people
what
hate
item?
to read.
You know, I think it was 15,000 gold when I started.
I think you're probably right.
I think
That's
I told
what the
you guys 15,000.
that's what the fracture was.
The fracture was 15,000. All right, so yeah, this one is 14,300 gold currently. Anybody have any questions about anything else?
somebody should bid on the book.
It already outprices me, so it depends on whether or not other people spend all their money.
You guys can communicate and be like, hey, how much can
Well-
we throw out on this?
You can put a bid on it.
You didn't say how much the cat was.
If you need money, we can.
We
chip
haven't
in.
got out of that room yet.
Do we think 15,000 just even?
Sure.
15,000 even?
Go
Sure.
for it.
ahead
I
and
will
put in for
help. I will
15,000.
help cover.
700 gold increase. Unfortunately, that one will still be a roll to see if you get it, because it is not
That's
enough
fine.
to buy it outright, even with a 700 gold increase.
Yeah.
I mean, to buy that outright, it'd be like 100K.
no, there's going to be a lot of people. You're watching the number just like move quickly right at the end. So it'll be like one of those things. Like people are just trying to like keep it as low as possible because they know how expensive those things can get, but they still want to get it. Okay, nobody was checking out tortles because they were like, nope, can't afford big beasts, can't afford big beasts.
Is it the ridiculous expensive stuff? Yeah.
In Varuna, we'll do last actually in Varuna.
Let's do High Realm.
Well, unless
High
you
Realm.
wanted to do,
We're gonna do High Realm real quick.
Yeah, give
so-
Kita the peace of mind. What's going on with the
High
cat?
Realm Academy, Golden Apple. What was it the first time I told you?
6,000.
6,500
Yeah,
is what I
6,000.
bid.
6,500 is now 12,800.
Can I do? Oof. Hang on, I have to do math. 12,800.
What did we pay? 10,000.
Can I do?
10,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's still not
I
that
should have.
bad.
I should have just bought one. Can I do 14,000?
14,000.
Yeah.
Okay, you can buy it outright for 14,000.
Okay.
Mostly out of curiosity, I also want to know what the lightning javelin's up to.
Okay, did I give you an original price?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Is that the one that's
It
like?
is 8,700 gold pieces currently.
Not for that.
That's not the one that's like Zeus's like.
It's the
original.
prototype. Yeah.
It's the
Oh, okay,
prototype of
okay.
Zeus's lightning bolt.
Okay.
Can I
Could
go
be
ahead-
fun, but yeah.
Can I go
You're
ahead?
not going to
and
start
spend...
turning into a swan and stuff, are you? Like.
What's up, babe?
Can I go ahead and take 14K out of my account just to make the math easier for the rest of
You
my?
can certainly do that because you did outright. You won that one.
I just okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Buyout price.
Buyout price. Yeah.
And then you had the cat price in there is important.
Yes, cat
Oh,
price.
wow.
Yes. I gave you guys. I believe it was 8,300.
Yep.
Okay. It is only increased by 2,500 gold currently,
For a total of.
putting us at 10,800 gold pieces is their current price. But you don't know what might happen at the end.
What you gonna bid on that, Bropsy?
For the
Luminous Kitten.
Well, my lucky number is 13, so we'll do 13,000.
Okay, so 13,000. You're still gonna have to roll for that one.
No, I can up it.
It's just because it's the kittens, and the kittens are super valuable.
It was sitting at 10-8 or 12-8?
10-8.
10-8.
It was
10.
10,8. She went to 1,300, which is a 2,200 gold increase.
Yeah, that's more than 10%.
I mean, if I see
That's pretty
anyone
good.
walk
Yeah.
towards it, can I up it again? Ow.
Yeah, so you see them, and you're just like, it's like a couple of like different like kids wanting it for, and like some like posh people, and a couple of people who look like they might be of celestial nature that are like staring at this cat like bidding. Stay at 1,300. I'm gonna make you roll for it, but your DC's not as bad.
Did we get?
Unless you can just guarantee to buy it if that's what you want to do.
I want to guarantee to buy it. I don't.
Okay,
I don't
guarantee to buy it. So as you're watching it, you're going to go up by another 1,700 gold. So it's going to be 14,700 gold.
That's
If
fine.
that's your main focus is making sure it happens.
14,700, you said?
14,700. Well, the other people realize you're going to spend every amount of gold. They're like, they take pity and they back off.
Saw that look at her eyes. They're like,
Yeah, they saw the look in your eyes and they're like, okay, I see how this is going to go.
So you
And
get
as
your
much
10K
as I
back, Phelan.
Two.
And then let's see how much.
Get that Black
surplus
Friday look.
I have.
all right. So,
Babe, real quick,
you what?
at Blackstaff with Celeste, you didn't tell us what the Afridi bottle was up to.
Fruity bottle. What was it beforehand? Did I give you a price?
9,999.
9,999. That's correct. It has gone up another 9,300 gold.
Okay. Pass.
That's a
So
lot.
I have 12,100 monies left, which I could give to someone else, or if we have other funds that I can use for the Rod of Resurrection, which was 12,400.
I don't know
That's
if
the
it's
current
worth-
price, or that was the last price we heard?
12,400
last-
was the after it was upped.
Okay.
which I will leave that up to you guys. Since I
Yeah.
have my cat, I am content.
I don't think it's worth it.
I mean, we have multiple people who can
Yeah,
resurrect.
we have.
And
3
I
people
just
with
invented a
resurrection
spell
I
that
mean-
can conditional
And we've got
resurrect.
the salt resurrection thing too.
It also gives 1 heal per day, I think.
Was somebody going for the manual of bodily health or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, near a bid on that.
Yeah, I put 15 on it.
Oh, is it roll for that one? Right?
It's
Yeah.
a roll, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just need to put a plus sign. Okay.
I mean, theoretically, I could just give us all conditional
All right.
resurrections and put us
Yeah,
all
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there.
I don't think the rod's
Versions
worth
anyway.
that. I think
Yeah.
I'd rather secure the manual.
Oh,
like,
sorry, I forgot.
Sure.
You're getting messages at the last second. Anything from the far realm from sorry, Risen Mind of Ystrandi, you guys specifically wanted to get information from.
They had the Ring of
Cinder.
Mind Shielding, I think, right?
Ring of Mind Shielding. What is the price I
one
gave
was
you
all-
guys previously?
It was already
So
at
7,500?
8,000.
It's 8,000.
You already had it at 8,000 before.
Cool. It goes up 3,800 gold. And it's currently sitting at 11,800 gold.
That's a really, really strong item for its rarity.
Yeah.
The rarity on these magic items is so inaccurate.
It really is.
You have like legendary items that are just like meh.
Trash.
You know,
Yeah.
blue items that are like the folding boat. It's so good
Mhm.
for being
Okay.
blue.
Yeah. So I think pass on that one.
I think the other big item is the achromatic fracture.
Yeah.
Achromatic fracture, which is at 15,000 before.
Yep.
18,800 currently.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Not bad.
And the one I was curious
Apparatus
about.
Aqualish.
Yeah.
Did I give you a price before?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think we asked on that one.
6,600 is its current price.
Well, that's not bad at all.
For a legendary item? No.
That's the big spider vehicle thing.
It's like a
I
crab like.
assume it's some kind of vehicle, right? It looks like.
It looked like the diagram looked like a crab like apparatus with like a barrel shape to it.
Hey, Bropsy, you want to split on a fracture?
How much is the fracture?
My 12k is at y'all's disposal.
18.8, right? Isn't that what you said? Did you say the fracture's at 18.8?
18.8.
18.8, yeah.
You know, for Piece of the God, I think that's probably not too bad.
And
Oh, yeah.
what was the gemstone ink from Cleary?
Cleary. Cleary. Does anybody want to go after any of those items from Cleary's place?
I'm interested in
Such
the
as Necklace
gemstone
of Fireball, the Helm of Brilliance, the Prehistoric Figurines of Wonder,
Those are cute.
the Manual of Stone Golems, and the Glowing Room Pigments.
I'm just the pigments for me.
All right, so Glow Room Pigments. 4,400 gold currently.
I think Oren's going to bid 20k on the fracture.
All right, there's not enough to buy it outright.
He did
However,
buy it.
How much of
That is not enough to buy it outright. It is
Not
going
enough.
How
to
much
be
of
a roll
Bropsy's
still.
money are you borrowing?
And
Oh, 10? Okay. I have 2,000 left for whoever wants it.
I think the issue with like the Phoenix stuff is like a lot of that stuff we know that Cleary can probably just make. You know what I mean? So it's just like
I will tell you
Cleary.
this. The Helmet of Brilliance took his entire school a lot of time and effort to make. That was
Yeah.
hundreds of students working over a long period of time, and it's probably one of the best items I will ever offer you.
it is really cool.
What did that one do?
It has.
Each
You know
gem
what
is
it
a
does?
spell.
You know what it does, Beelan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's sick as fuck.
How much
It's
is
not-
it at right now?
It's not just every
Okay.
gem is a spell. There's also passives.
There's also passives. It is currently sitting at 5,200. Well, sorry, it was 5,200. It's got to be higher than that.
Say shit.
Plus. Okay, so I just put it. Just added 9,600. So what was it?
Jesus.
5,500 plus
Never
9,600.
mind.
So it's 14,000 ish. 14,500 ish.
What did you call
the
it?
same price as a
It's just the
cat.
Helm of Brilliance.
Helm of
Yeah.
Brilliance. I'll let you
Is
look
that
it
a-
up. Barry would have told you what it did. I want to look it up again too because it's insane.
Bropsy, we'll just say I use 8 of yours. I can do 12.
Okay. Then I have 4,000 for whoever.
So good. So insanely good.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Anyways. So,
Not really on brand for Graham, but it's really cool.
or really anybody just doesn't on
Yeah.
brand for it, but it's really fucking
I
cool.
think it would be really cool for somebody who like wanted to do things like some non-spellcaster who wanted to do like
Yeah.
more
more
importantly, the
utility stuff.
gemstones don't disappear, they turn into gemstone dust.
I know.
Yeah.
And then you could use them for other spells. Yeah. Or sell
So
them.
we
Yeah, or whatever.
we
yeah.
still need to know what the prices are at Inveruna's.
Yes.
In Verona. Did I
You
give you previous
said-
prices?
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't remember. I didn't write down the prices for the robe and the cloak. I think other people wrote those. down.
Those
Yeah,
those were
18,000.
already
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the robe. 600 for the D12. 10,000 for the cloak.
Yeah, 10,000 for the cloak, and then the Pyxis was how much?
4,700.
Yeah, 4,700.
The
and
Pyxis is only
1,450.
going up $2,600. Do the math for me, please. My brain's starting to fry.
2,600 put it at 7,300.
So 7,300 for the Pyxis currently.
Mhm.
We added 8,900 to the Robe of Stars.
Yeah, no thanks.
That's not going
That's
to
at
any of
20K
us.
now.
I'm just going to pretend that one doesn't exist anymore.
And 9,900 to the Cloak of Displacement. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
So they're both like around 20. Yeah. 20
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
I rolled huge on this one. Sorry.
And what about
The
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 D12?
dodecahedron? Unfortunately, that has gone up to 1,100 gold.
1,100.
Bid on it.
Nobody knows what it does.
I'll bid on it if nobody else will.
I mean, I'll let them know what everything costs. I'm gonna go ahead and just bid 10,000 on the Pyxis.
That is the
what's
Pyxis is yours. If you bid 10,000 on the Pyxis, it is absolutely yours.
What's the kitten?
Far Kitten, what was the price I originally gave you?
1,400.
1,400. Oh. 2,200 gold for the Far Kitten.
Okay, 2,000 what? 2,400?
200.
2,200. Then we will
2,200 gold.
do. And just to be safe, we'll do.
I rolled so low.
We'll do 4,000. Just to be safe.
I didn't even know I could roll 8.
Does he buy it outright for 4K?
For 4K? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just
what-
want to be safe.
What was the dodecahedron at? You said like 20 something?
1,100.
1,100.
Yeah, it's cheap.
I can go ahead. And,
Relatively
go ahead.
speaking.
I have
Nobody
enough.
knows what it does.
I have enough to buy that if you guys want. If you guys tell me to buy it, Grim can buy it. If you just want to like pay him
Okay.
back for that.
Yeah. Let's buy it.
Okay.
Yeah. So Grim will go ahead and he'll bid what 2,000 on that just to buy that right to make sure
2,000 is yours.
Okay.
Because that's fine, right? You guys are cool with that. Just reimburse.
Yeah,
them
as
or
the
whatever.
group, I'm sure they could collect 200 from everybody and call it good. Or
Yeah, that's-
500 from everybody, whatever. I don't know.
Because it's for the.
I
That's
can
not
pay
a
you back for
time.
it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I want to.
Do you want to just
cool.
make a
See what
finger
that's
sheet
about.
then, and I'll just like leave mine the same.
So, is everybody done bidding?
Not quite. So I
would
bid
you like to
on
bid?
I bid on the book for that, and then I want to bid on the bronze liquid, but I might need help. How much money do we have floating around if everyone makes the purchases that they
I
have?
wanted to see if throwing another 1K on the manual would buy it outright for 15K. Because I can.
Was it the manual of health or whatever?
The manual of bodily health?
I mean, it is at 15K right now.
Oh, I thought
You
it
mean
was at 14K.
she?
No,
You mean so that he didn't
I
have to
bid up
roll?
to
It
15.
was like 14,400 and he bid 15.
Ugh.
You're trying to
Okay.
help him not have to roll for it, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
To buy it
Plus-
outright, you're going to need more than 1,000.
Yeah.
I had the 4,000, so
Kita, you want to throw down 1,500 on the manual of health to try
Like
to
I
buy it
said,
outright?
y'all do whatever you want. I put my money in the pot.
Yeah, that's because
Go
I'm
ahead.
still curious about that bronze liquid. It might be really good.
What's the Barnes liquid at?
7,300.
7,300. Yeah.
I don't think we have that much floating around.
Well, that's what I was asking. Is like, can I even make a bid? If not, then I'm not gonna bother.
If
Well, how
we
much do you
win
have?
all the rolls, we
Uh,
won't have the
I
money.
personally have just over 4,000 plus the 10, so I almost buy the book if I win it at 15.
I mean, I can spot you.
I will help pay for the book. Wait, how much do you need to cover it if
I
you win
need
it?
like 775 ish.
Okay.
I still have 4,000 left.
Let's throw another 1,500 on the book.
Make it
Book is yours.
16.5. Okay.
Yeah.
The book is yours for 16,500.
Okay. Never mind. Anybody else need some money from Grim? Because
How
I've
much
still
am I
got a lot of drug
subtracting
money
from my
left.
surplus money.
I'll do the math for that in a second. I'll tell you guys what's left on that afterwards.
So we're
Do you
rolling
want
on
money?
the chime and the fracture.
Yeah,
You're rolling, as far as I know, you guys are rolling on the chime,
and the fracture.
the fracture, and the staff of arcane blessing.
Oh, that was Celeste. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
We
that's
didn't,
Celeste, but I'm gonna still have you guys roll for it.
you didn't tell us how much she bid on that or anything. So
No.
She's
She's paying
her,
with her own
that's her
money.
business.
She's probably loaded.
well, that's why we didn't
She's
know
high
that
rolled
it
and she
needed a
isn't
roll.
us, so she's probably got a lot of gold.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's
so-
not super rich.
so
She's
what
got
are-
a little over 10k.
What are
to
we
spend,
rolling?
so. Okay, so for the achromatic fracture, I need you to roll a d100.
Is that me?
Yeah, and this is for 20,000 gold, I believe, was your bid.
Oh boy.
Yep.
No pressure. 10.
It's yours.
Divine intervention rules, baby.
You had to roll low. Is that the?
You have to roll. You have to, in order. The way I do luck rolls when it's not divine intervention is it's divine intervention and reverse divine intervention. So it's double the chance. It's your player level, but also your player level from the top down.
I did it.
Cool.
You did it.
All right. What do I? Am I
Where's
rolling a
Pascal
D100
talking?
as well for the chime?
Yeah, you bid on
You're
that
rolling a
one.
d100 as well for the chime.
It's chime time.
Quick
22.
question before that. Oh.
22.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you did not win the chime.
That's okay.
Platinum here is 10 gold per platinum.
Yes.
Well, the chime, without the chime, that gives you 2,200 back.
Staff of Arcane Blessing. Somebody roll me a d100 for that. Using
Do it.
Celeste's player level.
I'll do it. It's what is it? It's 64. Sorry,
Fortunately, she does
Celeste.
not get her Staff of Arcane Blessing.
Rude.
Grim's fault for being suspicious of her.
You guys bought the Manual of Bodily Health, and I think it was the last one. There was something else? Nothing else?
I think that was it.
Unless we want to throw a last second bid on the bronze stuff, but otherwise I think that's it.
I mean, I've got 41. Well, if I spend all of my money, I've got 4180 left gold.
I can pass on. To me it sounds like it's gonna be something fun, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I
I have
guess
no
you
Unless
guys
there
idea.
was unless there was nothing else we were rolling on that I'm
if you-
forgetting about, then
If you want to roll for it, just do like a bid, like one above or whatever. Roll
a
for
min
it.
bid, a min bid.
I mean, that was my thought, is if we
Yeah.
could cover the
If you get it after rolling for it, then we can make it happen.
Okay.
screw
I mean-
it. Let's just see if we'll make it like 73.50. We'll go like 50 over as like a reasonable bid.
You can have like 4,000.
7350? Go ahead and roll
Yeah.
for it.
All right, so what am I rolling? D100.
Yep.
How many diamonds do we have left? I'm going to have to sell some diamonds again.
That's a 28.
Fortunately, you do not get the molten bronze skin.
Okay, but now
We
what does
tried.
that do? Now that we're not
You-
getting it.
You don't get to know.
Aw.
Because
So-
it might come up later. Maybe you'll find some molten
Okay,
bronze
the other
skin.
thing that needs
all,
to
all of my
happen.
4,000 is still in play.
As far as I'm aware,
No.
everybody has made their purchases.
Well,
Well, and I think too, because like now that we've bid and lost, it wouldn't make sense to use the money that we've gotten back to then try and buy other things. So.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
You would
So-
not budget over the amount of money you have.
yeah, so
You can pet my not kitten if you want. Well, you bought yours outright, right? Never
Yeah.
mind.
She bought hers outright.
she got her
Never mind.
kitten.
You don't need to pet
I
my
got my
weird ass
apple.
kitten.
Babe, what do I roll? Do I just roll like a d6 and then it's whichever stat down the line?
Yeah, that's what we did.
No.
Right?
You roll divine intervention first.
Oh.
And you roll a luck roll as well. And if you're below your player level or from the top down within player level, then
Okay,
you
so
get
another
to choose
D100.
which stat it is.
57.
You got to choose. So no, it's a D6.
Okay.
1 through 6, top to bottom on your sheet.
6! Charisma!
Charisma.
You got
Wow.
charisma.
That's fair.
That'll go above 20. That puts you at 22 charisma.
22
Queen O-
bitches!
As if Queen OP needed to be more OP. Queen hack.
sick. That was sick. I believe you rolled a 6. So good.
The
What
dice
did
have
Grim roll?
spoken.
Dexterity?
All right. I covered
Your armor
the.
class.
I was able to
Sure.
cover
Yeah, I
the
think we got
price
to
of
21, which is
the
actually
book.
I
You
rolled
were?
strength on mine.
Without
Barely.
help?
Yeah, barely. So like I have some gold left, but if I need to buy anything else, I'm gonna need help.
Okay. Ask for help if
What?
you need to buy
No,
anything
I heard
else.
it.
I am going to return 5,000 gold to Cleary because I did not buy him anything.
Oh, no, that's perfectly fine.
Cleary, it's yours. Hang on to it.
So he will take 500 platinum back.
Sorry, Clary. I'll pay you back when I get more drug money.
But thank you for helping finance
It's greatly
my.
appreciated. And I know we were very focused on purchasing today, but I did have a lot of fun just walking around with you and exploring everything together.
Do we have the items
did
now
too.
then?
So yeah, the names
I
are
already
called
ate
out,
my
and
apple.
everybody they bring you your items, and they give them to you, and they're yours. And
Yeah.
with that, you guys can return back to your rooms and call it a night, and everybody gets a level.
Aww.
Mitnir's walking away, reading the book
Hey!
upside down.
Do
Mitnir.
I get to know what this Pyxis is then? Or is it just a box?
Would you like to know about the Pyxis?
I'd like to know what it is,
All right.
kind of.
So as you're fiddling with the Pyxis, and there's a note on the lid that literally says "Do not open."
Okay, I will not open it until Christmas. Is it like an actual item, or is it just like some in
It is, but I'm
Varuno?
not going to allow you to read it because that would ruin it.
Okay. Yes, I didn't know if
well,
it was like a whatever.
It is an actual item. This is an actual item, but it is a ridiculous item. And I don't want you to know it. It's just got a note that says "Do not touch it."
As the hand of Vecna and said, no, I'm just kidding.
So, as you're touching it, you touch it for a minute, and suddenly you feel refreshed. Also, you feel energy welling within you somehow. So, a creature that touches this ornate wooden vessel for 1 minute gains the benefits of a short rest. That creature also gains the effects of the Bless spell until the creature finishes a short or long rest. This creature can't gain these benefits again until they finish a long rest.
Okay.
That is what you know about the Pyxis. And also that you should never open it.
Now, and there's no limit to like anybody could touch it for a minute and gain those effects.
Correct.
Do we know what happens if you touch it for longer?
Nope, that's all that you know, is that the person can get the benefits once a day. They can touch it and gain the benefits of a short rest and be blessed until they rest again.
I forget what Bless does. I need to look up Bless.
Bless gives you a D4 on attack rolls, saving throws. Attack rolls and saving throws, I believe.
Yeah, Bless is nice.
Okay.
Grim, how much did I owe you for the dodecahedron?
Oh, it's
It is in fact
2,000.
a legendary item, the Pyxis.
Okay.
It is extremely good. But there's a note on it that says "Do not open, please."
Do not open, because you'll release whatever powerful thing that's inside of it that powers it, I guess.
You have no idea.
That's what I'm just assuming that whatever is the source of its power is probably like some kind of trapped something that's bound to it. But I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Man, I wish I had a way to reroll my HP die.
And now Seti has a D12.
Yeah.
You gave Seti the D12?
I
She wanted to buy it. She's the one who wanted to
Yeah,
buy
I
it.
bought
yes.
it. I bought it for her.
Okay. All right. It's a D12. It's a dodecahedron.
Yes.
Would you like to roll it?
I mean, is that what it does? No, I'm not gonna do anything with it until I know what it is.
It is a 12-sided metal die. It is 12 inches across and bears the numbers 1 through 12 engraved on its pentagonal sides. The dodecahedron contains arcane clockwork mechanisms that whir and click whenever the die is cast.
Mm.
The dodecahedron can be hurled 60 feet as an action, and up to 60 feet as an action.
This does not sound like the dodecahedron they had in Critical Role.
And a random magical effect will occur when the die comes to a rest.
Okay.
After rolling across the ground
Would
for
you
at least
have
10
one
feet.
of those in
Something similar.
Well,
good times?
that was a good level for me.
Oh shoot, we're leveling. I completely forgot.
Yeah, I'm gonna
so
focus on
I got
Basically-
so excited about the fact that I had a magic jar. I've got the jar of dirt.
Basically, the rules of the dodecahedron is you roll it and something happens. Or doesn't.
Mm.
Or does-ish. Something happens. You're not sure what until you fucked with it enough.
This is like a less dangerous deck of mini things, maybe.
Great.
Who knows? You have no idea.
All right. Well,
Hopefully not as dangerous as the deck of mini things. That would suck. Though I have always really wanted to just play with one of those just for fun.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Be a really short campaign.
hit dice. I roll a d8, right?
I got a 5 on the D8, so not bad.
I got a 3 on a D12.
Oh no! Ooh, I got a 2.
I had so many levels where I got like a 2 or a 3. So.
What do I roll? I roll a d8, right? Let me roll to
Probably.
myself just so I'm not embarrassed.
I was at 99 HP. I finally broke 100.
No, I rolled a 4.
Got a
That's not
4.
terrible.
That's fine.
That's
Alright,
I
half.
rolled a 4.
So, as you guys collect your little bits and bobs, I know we're 11 minutes over, but is there anything anybody would like to do tonight before the day ends and you rest
my
and get
kitty.
this?
Yeah, I did
Pet your
buy an
kitty.
Ever.
Yeah,
I bought an Ever kitten on the way out.
There is. You do not have your kitten yet, unfortunately. You have your Ever kitten. That is acceptable. Well, you have placed your order to take your Ever kitten. You still have to meet with somebody from the people who provide it to make sure you can provide good care. So you will get it within 2 to 3 business days.
Do they care about me getting mine, or do they just give me my monstrosity?
They just give you the Ever kitten, yeah.
Or the far
his
kitten?
far
Far
kitten.
His far kitten, yeah.
What is it?
It's a far kitten.
Does it have a stat block or anything? Is it just a far
Not
kitten?
yet. I didn't make stat plots for things I weren't sure you guys were going to buy.
I didn't know if it was an existing thing or not.
No.
But-
You
Is
have
there
a far
anything that-
kitten.
Do we get anything at level 15? Or is it just spells, right? It's just spells.
I wish I was level 15.
So you guys are 14 and 15,
I
right?
just said 14.
Yeah.
I just.
I think
got
I get level
spells.
8 spells. I think I get level 8 spells now. I think that's because I don't think we get feats or
Some of them
features
are
or-
higher or 1 level higher, which feels awful for everybody who's not 1 level higher. I know.
Listen.
Well,
Some of
I
us
just
aren't
said
the children.
14.
Some of us aren't the
Did you
children
read
of
your
God.
sword?
Okay?
I have not read the sword yet. I
Your
was
sword
doing
is-
all the other stuff.
Badass.
Can we take some time to read the sword as a group because it's pretty incredible?
Regardless of anything else, the fact that it's a +3 sword with 2d6 fire damage, it regardless of everything else, is already badass.
Yeah.
Like that already puts it way ahead of most swords.
This is the god of fire giant Surtur that is within this sword. So it's as good as they get. This is artifact level good.
But Minier's going to be using Ruby and Sapphire tonight to finish the Eldritch
To play
Blast
Pokemon?
tattoo.
Oh, sick.
Right. To finish the Eldritch Blast tattoo in
Okay.
purple to like within 5 minutes of being done so that at the thing tomorrow he can finish it.
I probably need
Cool.
to stop
All right.
so that I can go see my family.
Yes,
All right,
we
guys.
will log off.
Thank you so much for hanging out. We love you, and remember, we did it for the
We did
rules.
it for
For
the
the cats.
rolls and the cats and
And the
definitely,
cats.
definitely the cats.
Good night.